Greetings, everybody. Greetings. Give waves to our masses out there, girls, because you know there's masses watching us right now. We are streaming live. Greetings, the lovely Leah. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Are we? Well, you would know that if you were following us. All those people, send me the link. Send me the link. You're not a follower. Otherwise you wouldn't be asking me. So please do share. You're going, hang on a minute, it's not the 1st of March. What the hell is that woman doing on today? Yes, we are coming live to you for a Real Talk special International Women's Day. Woo! Did you guys know it was International Women's Day today? Did you know that, Cecile?
Yes.
Don't pull a face to me. I know you know that.
Why are you asking me?
I know you know. I know that. Look, we're beaming out to the masses. They may not know that you know that. So you tell them.
I do know that.
You tell them. How do you know? How do you know?
Because we're doing this fabulous event this evening to start with, which is a teaser for the International Women's Day event we're doing on Saturday.
Teaser?
That's how I know.
We don't do teasers.
Well, we can't give them everything. It's got to be a teaser.
It certainly is. It certainly is. So I'm Dee Bailey, if you didn't know, and you can see on the screen without this young lady, and she loves the word young, you know. She loves it. You're not going to get called it for much longer. Let me just tell you. Shell, young lady. We have the lovely Shelley, our producer. Give them a wave, Shell. Give them a wave. They want to know who's doing all that magic behind the screens, who's doing all those posts and everything else. That's a lovely Shelley. And she will be with us all tonight. And when I disappear, because I'm going to disappear, you'll find out why a little bit later on. And you're thinking, seen that girl before? Seen that other lady before, can't remember her name. Well, you're going to need to get used to it, guys. You're going to need to get used to it because we have the lovely Cecile Terralong in the house. Woo, woo. And you're thinking, we're seeing her quite a bit now. Yeah, she's one of the Simply Deez posse. She's one of the Life Inner Out of Lockdown crew.
Yeah.
She's now management. You are. You heard. She is now management. And guess what's happening Saturday? Guess who's hosting International Women's Day on Saturday, guys? It is the wonderful Cecile Terralong and no way. That's how amazing I told you this show is going to be. We have Cecile and Remy, and they are going to be hosting International Women's Day on Saturday. If you are not already and you haven't bought your tickets, don't say we didn't warn you. Do not say we didn't warn you. Today, we are going to introduce you to some of the speakers, performers, exhibitors, and other people that are going to be taking part on this absolutely awesome day. I do believe we may be going live to Zimbabwe.
Yes, we are.
I do believe. We're not going to tell them everything today. We're only giving them a little teaser. So you know I can talk, guys, but we ain't got time for that. Shell, who have we got in the house? And I'd like to if we could welcome them on screen. Guys, remember, we have got an awesome show lined up for you tonight. And so, oh my gosh, look. We have got some of our amazing guests. Now, Cecile, remember, we only want a little snip out these guys, because you know they can talk. So we can find out a bit about their thoughts on International Women's Day. The lovely Leah Bailey in the house. Thank you, Leah, because Leah is one of our awesome sponsors for Saturday also as well. So, Cecile, I'm going to sort of kind of hand over to you for a bit, purely because I've got some people messaging me saying that they can't get in on the link.
So who are we going to first then?
Leah.
Leah.
Okay, cool.
The lovely Leah. So we won't be long, Angel. We'll be with you in just a minute. So we're going to the lovely Leah first. We met through, I don't know, it must have been the Life in a Lockdown Zooms.
It was indeed, and it was almost a year ago now. A little under a year that I started joining the community Zoom. So
excellent. So a little teaser, not much. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you're going to do on Saturday.
Okay. Well, I'm mainly my day job, as it were, is a secondary school English teacher. I teach at a school for students with special educational needs, English literature. So I kind of practice what I preach because I am a published poet. That Life in the Lockdown thing you mentioned, there was a recent anthology that you have been living in a cave, if you don't already know about it. And the recent one, Life Out of Lockdown, is I wrote a piece for. And I have 2 collections of my own out. And shock and surprise, there will be on Saturday a little hint at the 3rd collection that's coming out sometime this summer.
Excellent. Well done, you.
Great.
Okay, so that's a little teaser then. So will they be able to buy some bits on Saturday?
They will. I will have both my collections, Between Hindsight and Foresight and Chasing Apollo. I will have copies of the Life Out of Lockdown anthology with me, but I will also have some extra special things that one of the other people from the community Zoom has helped me create based on the books as well. I will have some mugs. And some tote bags and some journals based on my writing.
Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent. So, people, you need to make sure you bring your money. Bring your cards. We've got a card machine.
We do indeed. I have a card machine as well.
That's even better. More than one card machine. That's what we've
excellent.
Got. Wonderful. So we're going to see you on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So stay with us. Don't disappear.
Won't do. Promise.
I'm going to have a little chat with Angel. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Are you in a woman cave?
I'm in my bedroom actually.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that was your place where you go to read.
No. I just came from doing the pop-up library, so I've just come from there and I've just come straight in here.
Right. Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Again, it's a teaser. Don't tell them everything.
Tell them everything. Okay.
Just tell them a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm the owner of a bookstore called No Ordinary Bookshop. I specialize in books for children of color. I have an online store, and I must say that apart from children of color being sold, there's a lot of social issues for books that have been sold regarding bereavement, divorce, parents wanting to know what to say to their kids because of what's happening and feeling. So that's quite a thing that's growing now. So yeah, that's what I do.
And where are you?
I'm based in Luton in the Market Hall, Unit 126. We do a pop-up library once a month for children to come and do some activities and come and look at books that represent them. And that's done once a month. We had one today, actually. So I was just finished at 6. So that's why I'm here, fully clothed, fully dressed.
Well, that's quite good. That's quite good that you're dressed.
Got my scarf on.
Was there quite a few children there? How did it go?
It was okay. It wasn't a lot of children today, but it's something that I'm gonna be there. So if you want to come, you can come. Put it that way. But the children that came had a short history lesson, which was quite good, and they did activities based around history, which was really good.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So what are you bringing down to the event on Saturday?
Well, I have an array of books, children of color. But I also, do you remember I just said about issues, social issues section. I read about, divorce rates going up and children are, living in separated families, and children are having issues because of what's going on and things like that. So I just wanted to talk about this book here called My Story, My Life, My Story. It's a journal book for children who are in care, mainly based for children who are in care. They do their life story. They talk about themselves. They've got little charts to do. It's really a record for them to, even though they are in care, they're not with their natural parents, they can still look back at what it was like before. And if they are feeling sad, they put all of the good stuff in here. It's done by a social worker who knows exactly what it's like for children. Her name is Sandra Charlemagne, who knows what it's like for children to be in care and their feelings. It records their feelings, but good feelings. So we've got it here. Yeah, so I really love it. It's actually goes pictures where they can put their pictures from they were one. It goes to children, I would say 10. Okay. So they've got their little, what they would eat, and it's a packed full of different things. What are my thoughts? So it's like a journal, scrapbook, all in one. Yeah. So because of what's happening around, I thought it'd be really good because of sort of separation with families, etc., etc. And Ruby's Worry, one of my favorites. Okay. Yeah. This one's about a little girl who's worried, and her worry gets bigger and bigger, but nobody can't see it. Parents who can read it to, I would say, 4 to 8 year olds. And after that, they can actually ask their child if they have a worry. And it gives the child an opportunity to actually talk about something that, because children don't really see their worry, it just follows them all the time. Yeah. So this book actually talks about a little girl who has a worry that keeps following her, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it follows her in the classroom, follows her in the bathroom. It won't leave her alone. So this gives you, a parent, a chance to just actually ask a child, is your worry next to you? You see, so that she can explain, actually it is. How big is your worry? It's this big. Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah. So these two are my favorite books to help children. So
that sounds brilliant. That sounds absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
A question then to Leah. So you work in education, you work with young people.
I do.
Do they do a lot of reading outside
of the school
to do? Yeah.
Well, we try to encourage them to. We have a library that they have free access to at break times and lunch times. I know that in the upper school we do like a kind of reading for pleasure bit where all the GCSE and sixth formers come in and they read plays together. And the teacher that does that, it picks particularly funny or farcical plays to try and, read outside the box. I know that we changed all the Key Stage 3 books recently to try and expand their exposure to authors of color. So like we chose Boy at the Back of the Classroom, which is quite nice, about a student or a student coming in from a refugee country. We one of my favorites, Face by Benjamin Zephaniah. We teach to our year 9s, all those kinds of things. We try to get them outside of the mainstream sort of reading. All of our students are high ability, but they have different difficulties with accessing mainstream, like social anxiety. Some of them are in care. Some of them have been adopted. Some of them have, almost all of them have some level of ASD or autistic spectrum or dyslexia. So a lot of them really struggle with reading for various reasons. And so I was zooming in on that book, that journal book, and I thought, ooh, that'd be really great for someone.
Yes.
And some of our younger ones would be good. I'm getting a knock on the door, but I'm interested. It's something that our kids would definitely get. I'll be right back. We get a knock on my window.
Don't they know you on a show?
That's what I love about live, Cecile. I just love it. Because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen. I do know. There's another knock at the door.
No. Sorry about that.
Somebody else.
Yeah. No. So yes, it would. We do try to get our younger kids, especially, into reading because they have come from places and schools where their experience of education was not great. Yeah. So we try to help them do that and interact with that. So the kinds of books that you're talking about, I hope our exhibition stalls are close by because I'm going to go check some out and get some of those.
They are.
I'll
just put you next to each other now.
Excellent. Sounds great. But because it's a secondary school, though, most of my students are 11 and up. But there are a couple of them who had time out of school where the books that you're talking about might still be useful because they're a little bit kind of behind in that emotional development. So, I'm really interested in that journal book that you were talking about. A couple of students' names popped up in my head immediately when you started talking about it. So, I'm really excited to have a look. But getting them to read for fun. Getting them to write for fun is always challenging.
Yeah.
But, never give up, never surrender.
But ultimately, the two of you can then connect then, can't you? You know, actually see each other and have a look at the books. And even if they might not be specifically relevant to the young people you're supporting right now, it's still there, piques the interest. So that would be really good then on Saturday.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Fabulous. Now, I don't know if everybody's seeing what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing there's somebody sitting next to the lovely Cecile. She's been terribly quiet. I'm not sure if she's got laryngitis at the moment. I'm not sure. She may have. One's got to check. Sorry?
No, it's okay.
She ain't got laryngitis. Yay! Greetings, Rem. Greetings, honey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. Yes, I'm good. Glad to be on here. It's exciting.
Can you read that?
So proud of you. So proud of you.
This is for all those that are just joining us now, just had their dinner and thinking like, it's Emmerdale tonight. No, it's not happening. This is where you need to be at, because you're going to be finding out about what is going down Future's House on Saturday. I'm going to throw something to you, Rem. We're just going to bounce, guys. We've got our session is 7 till 8. I know, I believe Shelley's got a couple of other people that are going to join us in this session also as well. But I'm just going to throw out to you, Remy. We met, I think, possibly about 3 years ago, maybe something like that. Is it?
Yeah, about
something like that.
Yeah.
And it's really important. Don't take this the wrong way, Leah, Angel, Cecile. Remy's just a fraction younger than us. Just a little. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Rem, how is people thinking like, oh, it's all about the oldies? It's not. We got young people too. Remy is hosting, co-hosting with Mum on Saturday. Remy, tell the guys a little bit about you.
So I'm
And what are you going to bring on Saturday? What are you bringing for us on Saturday?
24. Hopefully I can bring a nice, positive, youthful attitude to International Women's Day on Saturday. I think it's nice to get a different perspective on things from a younger person who has experienced some things in their life. I always like the event. I think we've been to every single one now for the past 3 years, and it's lovely to meet so many different people who have so many different stories to tell and have lived so many different lives, but you all come together in one place. It's really refreshing, because I meet people who are like my mum's age, I meet people who are my age, and you all just interact and mix together and it just works, which is why you should all be there on Saturday.
Get your ticket on Eventbrite.
And then you get to see us hosting.
Exactly. And tickets must, when I say must, just a little tip, obviously it's up to the individual. Tickets are £5 and the Eventbrite booking fee on top in advance. So I think that works out to, it's £6.37. Is that all? Yep.
That's a good price.
£6.37 for an event that is 12 till 5 p.m. and absolutely packed. It's 5 hours, but as Shelley will tell you, we have 7 hours worth of content that we're squashing. They're going like, oh my God, that we're actually squashing into those 5 hours. You know how I work it. We're gonna squash it in. We're gonna squash it in. Remy,
Yes.
are you going to be singing?
Oh,
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
I mean, if the right song comes on, like it's more to Dee. Dee is the singer. Dee does the singing. So I will leave it down to you.
I have been warned, but don't you worry about that, guys. I am still going to sing. I gonna sing. I gonna sing. I gonna sing. Do you know what? I could only find 2 cards. So depending on what's being said, you're going to see that one or that one. We're going to have some more for Saturday. So, Shell, who have we got in the house? Because I do believe we've got another guest.
Hello.
Greetings, young lady. Greetings. Now, unless I saw a recording today, this is the lovely Bina Briggs, everybody. And Bina not only is an exhibitor, she will also be sharing and speaking on the day also as well. But Bina, where were you today? You can talk about this.
Not today, yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday?
It was.
Oh, tell the guys. They're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe it.
Well, yesterday I was at House of Lords in the Parliament buildings in London, and I was one of the last year in 2021 I was one of the top 100 entrepreneur women in an initiative, and then basically because of COVID nothing actually was happening, and they normally celebrate, and basically it's got a title. It says F Entrepreneur. You can look them up, but also the tag is I also 100. So basically, when we say women, women would really say, well, what do you do then? Dee, what do you do? Well, I do exhibitions from time to time, events, but I also do da 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 da. And then I also do XYZ. And that's what the women are like, So we don't do just one thing. We don't say, oh, I am a teacher, then say, oh, I also do this and that. And so it's part of that. And so to be recognized, yesterday was the celebration. So that was really lovely. And, we had our photos taken, and I actually we had a couple of really great keynote speakers, and one of them was the Labour minister, the shadow minister for mental health, and her name is Rosina Aline Khan, and she then told us her story. And she's a doctor, she's a surgeon, and all that, qualified, but but she actually is there as mental health minister, and it was really lovely, really, really lovely to hear all these people's stories. And so that's where I was yesterday, and yeah, today is all happening on social media.
Sorry, guys, what it is, you're thinking like, gosh, she seems distracted. That's because I'm going to be speaking on another International Women's Day event in probably about 20 minutes or so. Don't know when. I'm going to get a thumbs up. So I've got that on my phone. I've got people messaging me. But that's what I love. Leah, that's what it's like. I'm waiting for the phone to ring. I'm waiting for an Amazon delivery. No, I'm only kidding.
Well, it all happens, doesn't it?
It does. But that's what we want, and that's what makes everything so. When I say real, I mean real, and we do plan to keep it real. On Saturday, there's going to be lots and lots shared, and if you watch any of the shows or involved in any of the Simply Deez, we do like to keep it real.
Yeah.
There's no point everything being, and you think, oh, what? Don't get me wrong, it can be a beautiful world, but in the real world, today is International Women's Day, and what we were speaking about earlier, Cecile, about breaking the bias.
We was on the show earlier on. We were talking about breaking the bias. And what that looks like for individuals, for everybody, for women, for men, and whether we feel capable of speaking up and challenging when those challenges need to be met. It's very interesting. It covers, I don't know, everything in life. What you need to challenge, and whether you can challenge, and whether somebody challenges for you. So yes, that's what we were talking about earlier on.
Does anybody have anything that they want to share? Because we've got time, because I know you gallop into we've got time. This cohort is here till, we've got a session till kind of 8, and then the 8 o'clock session guys are going to be like coming in then. So Bina,
I need to go. Yeah, I need to go at 8, unfortunately.
No, we're going to be kicking you out at 8.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I will see you on Saturday. I'll be there, and basically, I'll be talking about. Well, I can talk about my book if you want me to.
Yes, we do. Do you want to give us? You're not going to talk too much because today is all about.
No. I'm just going to show them and now to just tantalize them.
Yes, please.
This is the book. It's called The Red Thread. By me. And actually, it really fits in very nicely with International Women's Day, I think. Well, I know, because it's all about strong women, and that's all I'm going to say. And about not women who, like us, normal women, who you would never think that can do anything special or anything, courageous, but that's what it's all about. And that's it.
Wow, they really are dropping teasers tonight, aren't they, Cecile?
Well, you said I can't say
I did say. I thought they were going to say just a little bit more, but
I can give you more.
I can read a bit from one of the books if you want. You know the drill.
Oh, okay. So as we're with Bina, Bina, do you want to do that? And then what we'll do, because you've got so much, haven't you,
Okay.
poetry, etc. Leah, we can go to that. That'd be great.
Okay. Well, this is about my mother, my mum mainly, but it's also about family as well. And there's one thing that I have written about, and that is feel the fear and do it anyway. Have you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Life is such a roller coaster, and no matter how confident one is about everything in life, sometimes the old doubts creep up, or sometimes just a new situation arises to test us. When Mom was ill towards the beginning of October, she was getting weaker and sometimes slurring her speech. It was a tough time to maintain joviality, knowing that we were writing Diwali cards to family in India and friends who had no idea about Mom's health. We were going to write these cards with full of Diwali and New Year cheer. Knowing this was the last time that Mom would be signing her name on all these cards, even though she could hardly hold a pen in her hand. That's it.
Oh,
Do you want me to say something more?
That's definitely a feeling that resonates. You know, we've all known somebody that made us feel that way.
Well, the thing is that I kind of think about feel the fear and do it anyway is because we all have these trepidations about, can I do it? Can't I do it? Should I be doing it? Am I able to do it? And yet, if you think about it, we've achieved, all of us, so much that we'd never ever thought that we would be able to do that. And it's always kind of take a deep breath and just go for it and see what happens, and basically that's one of the mottos that I've kind of come up with, to say, hey, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just go for it. And yeah, it works most of the time. And when it doesn't, you just think, well, okay, not a problem, we learned something here, but hey, I'm still alive. That's it.
Cecile can tell you a little bit about that. You knew I was going to mention it.
I was
knew.
already thinking it. I was already thinking it.
Exactly. Isn't it so that we're talking about this? Cecile, kind of like you kind of know someone, but don't really kind of know them. All I remember is probably something like 3 years ago, and Cecile ended up in the Pam Tango studio with Remy. Remy was kind of sitting afar. Cecile was at the desk. We're having a conversation. All I remember to this day is Remy heckling. You know those ones. You're not talking to them, but I've got so much to say. I'm like, no. She's like, what? I said, you get yourself over here, love. No, I'm too shy. I said, I don't care. Get over here. And so she came over. The next minute, not only did she come over, she took over. This was the Tuesday. I said because we actually had International Men's, wasn't it?
Men's Day, yeah.
International Men's on the Saturday. All I remember is I sort of said, do you mind sharing, Remy? And as they say, the kind of rest is history. We will talk some of that, because remember, this is a teaser. We have got somebody else that's joined us. We'll come to you shortly, Teresa. But Cecile, what is that? What do they call it? Vision board. That's it. Tell us about your vision board. What's on there, and what have you been doing?
So it's very much like Bina said about feel the fear and do it anyway. I did a vision board day, a workshop with one of my colleagues, one of my friends. That's got to have been 3, maybe 4 years ago. And it's above my desk. So that's why I'm looking up here. It's not because I'm looking up to heaven. It's because it's literally up there. and it's got many different things on it around food and travel and things like that. But it's got some words on there which says be brave.
Yeah.
Be brave, be yourself, and don't give up.
Yeah.
So I would say from being in the Pantango studio 3 years ago, look at that, so proud of you. Thank you. I have then continued. So every little opportunity that has come my way, and a lot of them have come through the Simply Deez events and Dee herself, like those 2 books, I have said to myself, be brave. So I say, be brave. I then say yes. I then worry about it. And then I then just go and do it. And I have just done all of those things, all of those things. One of the other things on my vision board is a chair for counselling. So I've been a counsellor for many years, but never really did a lot of work. I was kind of just doing some voluntary work. So in the past year and a half, I've finished working in social care, and I'm now a full-time counsellor with youth counselling, and also set up my own private practice as well. And all of that has come from be brave. You know, every single step, I'm just like, see, Remy gets to hear all of it because there's only me and her in the house. So I will then say to Remy, oh, shall I do this? And then she's like, well, why not? You've got nothing to lose. And then I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to do it. So feel the fear and do it anyway. That is the thing. It is. Be brave. Yeah, definitely. I love that.
Excellent.
All I can say to finish off on that bit is to say that literally, you know, you don't, we all feel the fear. We all are nervous. Otherwise we wouldn't be alive, you know. But the fact is, don't let that overwhelm you. Don't let that actually stop you from doing something, because it's your adrenaline is going, and you know all your kind of energies are going. So just go with it, and you know, that's the way we will go forward. You know, nobody will. Well, who would have thought I'd be writing a book at this, you know, in my life ever, or doing anything, or you know, and some of the things I've done or I've been, or, you know, I'm sitting here talking to you. Hey, guess what? You know, so do it, just do it. You know? And I'm now just, if somebody says, would you do this? I said, yeah, of course. Why not? Let's go for it.
That's right. And then you do the worrying after.
Exactly. So otherwise I wouldn't be on the F100, or I wouldn't have gone to House of Lords, or I wouldn't have done a whole lot of other stuff, or met a lot of people, fantastic people, amazing people, if I kind of said, oh no, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
One of those sort of like, you don't want to be saying I shoulda, coulda, woulda type people. Thank you. We're going to be chatting much more on Saturday. You're going to be finding so much more about these people. We're going to go to sit tight, Teresa, because the lovely Leah is going to share a piece with us. So over to you, Leah.
Okay. I asked about, you know, this is a little context on this particular poem. Was written at a really kind of high energy part of my life when my life was kind of taking a new direction, shall we say. And I found myself 30 and single and not liking that very much. I wrote this poem, and whenever I've gone to open mic nights, I've done writing circles, and without fail, this poem gets misinterpreted by men. They don't get it. Like, they hear it, but they hear something different than I'm saying. And there are a couple who have really kind of listened and got it. And that those guys get my attention quickly. But I've never read this poem out that is very, very feminine, very female centered for International Women's Day, that where it wasn't kind of a little tricky for men to really get. So it's called Prey. I want to be prey. In the dead of dark night, I want to be pursued and hunted, shadowed and sought, with an avidity of a starving, ravenous appetite, with the desire of a prize, a battle long fought. I need to be prey, an object of pure urgency and rapture. I need to be pursued with every intention of capture. I would submit to the savagery of Zeus, as so many before, like Leda or Io or Demeter, or my siren's call would be clear. His desperate pursuit to possess their beauty and more gives me chills of fervor and heat without a trace of fear. I would submit to the desire that moves heaven and earth, to one such as Zeus, going to great lengths to show my worth. I could burn like the Carthage queen on a fire I myself caged. I could be consumed, exhausted, devoured in passion with the flames, licking bare flesh with a seductive wanton rage, slave to a fever frenzy, a dire hunger for any ration. I could burn in the sultry streaming thrill coveted by the soul. I could be consumed in throes of agony, ecstasy of the whole. I should succumb like Persephone to the ravishment of hell. I should thirst for the temptation to be the obsession of a god, eating the profane seeds of the carnal, drawing a bottomless well, inviting intoxication to stir longing and weaknesses flawed. I should succumb to worshiping the itch of enraged lust. I should thirst for Hades' yearning till its force turn me to dust. A dream of Guinevere's affliction, the impulse to cave, inclined to devotion, whilst desiring the forbidden affair, to have a good and loyal man wed, yet still crave to give in to the champion, the knight, and to not care. I dream the ardor of my knight's fascination, though bound, inclined to rash abandon, being ever lost and ever found. I feel Helen's power of violence, energy released. I know the anxious elation that destroys a world for one, the animal lash of wrath, of ferocity, ever increased by the heat of wild excitement, eager battle on every front. I fear the exultation of battle dominating all my senses. I know the alluring power of the physical breaking all defenses. I want to be prey, aroused by the pursuit of passion's wake. I want to hunt that creates a game where all is won or lost, where the inevitability of defeat and ravenous just to take and give into the erotic dance of ecstasy at whatever the cost. I want to hunt and be hunted, pure or violent, hunger and need. I want to burn and consume, to submit and crave, to chase and lead.
I'm burning up.
Well, I did check. I did ask if it was okay, if it was a
She did
little
put in a little chat. It's a little racy. Is it okay? I'm like, yeah. Was that all right, Teresa? Excellent. So thank you so much for that, Leah. Guys, there is so much more to this young lady. Do not be fooled. I say that all the time. You look and you think like, there's so much more to Leah Bailey. She's my sister, you know that. She is my sister. And we'll be there on Saturday. So in our first section, I'm going to get Remy, actually. Remy, do you want to introduce? I think this possibly might be our final guest for this section. You know this young lady, don't you?
I do know this young lady very well. We read our first book together.
I'm going to have to go there, so I'm going to say goodbye real quick. So, bye, guys.
See you Saturday.
Bye. See you Saturday.
See you Saturday, darling.
Yes, we have the lovely Teresa who's joined us today.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi,
How are
Can you,
you?
can you see me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
We certainly can.
Good.
So let me just
Yeah.
sort of say this, Remy, just in case. So, Teresa, what we're doing today, this is a teaser.
Yeah.
So when I say teaser, we're telling the guys just a little bit about what people are going to be sharing on Saturday. So hopefully they'll be like, oh my gosh, I want to come along. We don't want you to say all, and in case you think we're going to stop you
No,
short,
no.
that's because you might possibly be saying too much. So let me hand back to Remy. Sorry.
Yes. So, I mean, Mum's better at this than me, but do you just give us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to bring to the table on Saturday? If you've got to show us anything.
My name's Teresa, and a few years ago, I was diagnosed with a condition, a health condition. And this condition has changed my life a bit. I've had to adapt things the way I do things, and I've had to think about things in a different way. So on Saturday, I'm going to be telling you a bit about my condition and relate it to all different types of conditions to see how if you have a health condition or a disability or know somebody, I'll be able to give you some tips as to how to look at life in a different way, and perhaps also to look at how to tell people about your condition, because some conditions are rare and some conditions are more common. Some people haven't heard of some of the conditions. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how to tell people about a rare condition or even a more common condition. That's what I'm going to be doing on Saturday.
Teresa, do you want to tell us what it is? Tell us the condition.
My condition is myasthenia gravis. It's a condition that affects my muscles. And I was diagnosed with the optical myasthenia that's when my eye drooped in about 2004. And then I was diagnosed with a full-blown condition in 2014. So, as I said, I don't know if anybody's heard of myasthenia gravis.
Not till I met you, if I'm honest. Not till I met you.
No. Well, it's as I said, it is a rare condition, and I've changed my life. But at first, I was finding it difficult to cope. But I found lots of things in life that helped me to change my attitude towards it. So that's what I'm going to be talking about on Saturday.
Fabulous. So that's going to be very interesting. Indeed. Something is one of those things that sometimes you might hear a word and you think, I don't know what it is. So some people may have heard of it, don't know that information, and exactly what you said, Teresa, you're going to tell us all about it and the things that you've kind of put in place that have helped you.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Excellent.
And it might help somebody else, even perhaps not with this condition, perhaps other conditions. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Because education is the most important thing. Education, and if people know about the conditions, then it won't be so frightening for other people who see someone with a condition or have a family member diagnosed with something like that.
Yeah, or a work colleague or anything like
That's
that.
it, anybody. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Is there anything that you wanted else to share with us at all?
Well, I'm a poet.
Are you really?
I've got a book published last year. Well, 2020, I published my book. And I am also a co-author of the first book, The First Life in the Lockdown book. Yes, I'm a co-author of that book. And my sister is in both of the books. My sister Helen is in both of the books. So, as I said, you know, I like poetry and I like writing.
You're desperate to share something, can't you, Reed?
Of course I can. If you want me to share a poem, I will do. Right, it's called Memories.
Go for it.
Yeah. Memories. The pictures in the album might make you shed some tears as you look back with memory on all those happy years. Sweet memories will please you as you save those photographs. The days that you remember will give you many laughs. But never will those days return, so this is what I'll say. Be happy, love, forevermore. Remember today. Look forward to tomorrow. Don't look back, my friend, for life goes on from day to day until the very end.
That's just so poignant, isn't it? It just yeah, it's absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
So Saturday then, so are you going to have some books with you, some of your poetry books?
Yes, I can get my poetry books. Yes, I can do that, and I can do some signing, because half of the proceeds of every one of my books goes to CAFOD charity. CAFOD is Catholic Association for Overseas Development, and they help people in mainly in the developing world in a practical way. But at the moment, of course, they're actually helping Ukraine.
Oh, excellent.
And they are helping Ukraine in a practical way. I think they're putting people on the ground, or training people to help other people. So the main thing about CAFOD, they don't give money as such. They help the people on the ground to help themselves. That's what CAFOD is about mainly.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, so that'd be good. On Saturday, anybody wants to purchase one of your books and help other communities as well, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Yes, I said I'll be signing the book, and each book is £7. And as I said, you'll be welcome to come and see me, and I'll give you a signed book.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Teresa. We'll see you on Saturday. Angel, you've been patiently there. We are going to be very kindly saying goodbye to yourself and Teresa, because we have the next cohort that are going to be arriving in very shortly. Angel, where are you based? And if anybody wants to pop along and see you before Saturday, where can they see you?
Right, I'm in the Market Hall in the mall, Unit 126, Luton.
And my poetry books are actually in the Angel Poetry bookshop as well.
Oh, brilliant!
If you can't get down there on Saturday,
yeah, it's been there. Yeah.
Connections already. So Angel, then before you go, are you open every day, like Monday to Saturday?
Mondays. I'm not open on a Monday. I'm open on Mondays. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to come down Tuesday to Saturday, either you'll be there or hubby will be there.
Yeah.
Excellent, brilliant.
I won't be there on Saturday because I think I'm somewhere in particular.
And where's that? Where are you going to be on Saturday?
Well, do you know what? I don't know why I'm laughing, because Angel will message me and she'll say, when is that event again?
Where is it?
And she'd go, you're not going to believe this. And I'll be like, I do. I've booked myself. I'm in London. Oh,
I'm still here. There's just so many challenges, but I'm still here.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
So happy International Women's Day, ladies. Thank you so much for coming on. And, you'll be getting more information from me with regards to Saturday. And all I can say is please share, please invite your friends, families, your contacts. Tickets we're asking to be purchased in advance. Otherwise, it is going to be £8 on the door. There's a difference. I'd want to save the money so I could purchase something. So I would purchase in advance. So Just saying, guys, we're just letting you know up front. There ain't no secrecy thing going on here. It's £5 plus a booking fee in advance. Otherwise, it is £8 on the door. There is no negotiating. I'm telling you that now, guys, on the door. We really need to, in terms of catering and some other things that we want to sort out. And with regards to the event, we can't do that without a rough idea of our numbers. So if everybody's going to come on the door, it'd be like, oh, I didn't get, or I didn't. Well, that's because you need to get yourselves sorted out with your tickets in advance. All right. So thank you, ladies. And we will see you really soon. All right.
See you Saturday.
Excellent. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh. we don't miss it. We don't have time to breathe, girls, just in case you wondered. No time to breathe. So we are kind of like stepping it up now, a couple of notches, rem. So in case you didn't know, I'm kind of looking at my screen. I literally blinked, and then I'm like, by magic, two amazing women. We have the beautiful, and I feel like I've not seen her for absolutely ever. It does feel like that, doesn't it, Cam?
It really does.
Like we've not seen each other forever. That's why we love the hub, because you used to see people. Don't worry, guys. I'm working on it. And we have the amazing, who I've only just met, but trust me, so looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, Louise Clark. So I am going to hand, as one does, to the two awesome women that are going to be hosting and co-hosting on Saturday, the lovely Cecile and Rem. We are so... I've only got 2 cards, in case you think like she's got no more. Not now. I'm keeping it real. I've got that and I've got that. I don't want them to dream right now because they're producing the show. So I'm just letting them know I'm proud. So handing over to you, because I'm actually going to be on another show for about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. All right.
Okay. We'll see you in a bit then. Welcome. Kem, welcome, Louise. Who are we going to first?
Who do you want to go to first? Who wants to go first?
Who wants to go first?
I don't mind. I don't mind. So are we just talking about Saturday today, or just...
So it's a teaser. It's a little teaser. Do not tell them everything. So just tell them a little bit about yourself and possibly...
Tell them enough to reel them in so that they'll come on Saturday.
Give them the hook.
Yes, exactly. Just do that hook and then just do a little bit and then we'll do the rest on Saturday. Just a little bit about yourself.
To be honest, okay, so first, I'm Kem. I've got a business called Kem's Creations. I do make sauces and spices and rubs, and I also write poetry. I have a poetry book that I've published not too long ago called Sounds of the Soul. You can't really see it properly. It's available on Amazon. And I should be coming on Saturday, and Miss Deez not here, so she can't shout at me.
I might.
I'm not sure if I can now, to be honest, because it's International Women's Day, so we're celebrating women. So, and also real talk. I will be real at the moment. My grandmother is just being put on end of life care. So I've been spending a lot of time going back and forth, trying to support my mum and make sure she's okay. This wasn't kind of the plan before. So I thought I would have had the time to put into it. Now I kind of feel like I'm having to question, like, are you pushing yourself to kind of make sure that you're pleasing the situation, and then at the end of it you're going to end up very stressed and feeling worn out, and do you need to just actually be realistic about it and kind of just take a step back and accept that maybe like this is not the right time. So I'm definitely going to be there on Saturday.
Okay.
But whether or not at the moment I will be there sharing my own products, I'm not sure. But to be there to support everybody else and all the other ladies, definitely will be.
And the thing is the program is called Real Talk. So you are being real, and nobody is gonna want you to kind of push yourself where you are going between feeling like you're stressed, feeling like you're stretched, or anything like that. You know, if you need to be in one place, you can just drop some of your stuff off and we will then sell it for you. You know, if you want to just pop in and just say hello, that is also fine. If you want to be there but you don't want to share your story, you don't have to do that either. You know, we will do whatever you want to do.
Thank you.
You know, because actually this is life.
It really is. And I think you know, as women, we're so used to putting on that superhero cape and being like, you know what, I can please everyone and I can do everything and it's fine. And then you do everything and you please everyone and then you burn out. And then you're there and you're just like, actually, I feel like rubbish. Why do I feel like this? Because instead of just taking a step back and being like, actually, say no sometimes, you kind of just, you don't, do you? You just keep going and keep just pushing yourself into situations which, you know, it's not going to hurt the world if you actually just step back and take a breather and just say, you know what, not right now.
No, and what will hurt the world is if your energy is not conserved for the right thing. You need to make sure that you've got your energy for like the future now, because actually things change so quickly. You don't want to use that all up when you could give it to your family when they need it. Exactly.
No, so important. Yeah, so at the moment that's kind of where I'm at, and like I said, I'll definitely be there to support, but I don't know. But like Cecile said, I will, now that you've said that, definitely bring some copies of the book down, and I can have them down there for sale and come and check it out. I don't know if we've got time, but I did write a poem the other day about, it's called Queen. And it just kind of seems it seems fitting. So if you don't mind, I'll share it.
We have time. You share.
Okay. Let me just find it. Okay. Right, so it's called Queen. I have adorned my crown and rose. I may have momentarily froze, but they say those are the moments you learn. They are the moments the fire burns, the hunger's fueled. You stamp your foot, this land is ruled. I am the queen, yes, that's me. This is my kingdom which you see. As small as it may be, as minuscule to you, you have no insight to the trials I have been through, the tribulations I have foreseen, the pain that became, which crowned me queen. I have embraced my power, my strength, my love, outreached my wings to fly above the debris of broken, crashed, destroyed paths, elevated in self-love that will forever last. New doors have opened as quick as they closed. My mind, body, and soul powered up. I got that empowerment glow.
That's great.
That is lovely.
That is,
really lovely.
And so fitting.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought I'd share it because, do you know what? We're all queens in our own right, and it's okay to feel like you've kind of fallen off a little bit sometimes. It's okay. And I think like people don't accept it enough that it's okay until it gets to the point where it's no longer okay because you've kind of hit rock bottom now, and now you've got to work to build yourself up, which is fine. But if we just take that moment to kind of appreciate ourselves as much as we appreciate everybody else, we kind of hopefully won't hit that point as often as we do.
Yeah. And also I think as women, we need to be supporting each other, you know, and this is what we're saying all the time about building people up. We're not pulling people down. And we need to be there for each other. So if one of our fellow queens are saying at this moment, I can't do this because we then need to be there to help them through that, rather than saying, well, you said you're coming, so you need to be there. No. If you're there, you're there. Whatever we can do, we can do. And that's what we need to do as women.
Definitely.
Sorry,
to do it. I know myself personally, I go through some things and they're always there just telling me, take your time, do what you need to do. And when you come back, you'll be a better version of yourself and you'll be able to give more back to the world.
Exactly. This is it.
Sorry, I am going on this thing next, but it was burning me that Ken was going to come off, and I'm not going to say, because she's going like, thank God she's gone, she's going to kill me. Ken, no, you know that, not at all. Ken's only told a fraction. Ken's only told a fraction. This young lady is a mother of 5 boys.
Goodness me.
5 what are the ages? What are the ages, Ken?
16, 15, 13, 11, and 8.
Wow. You're amazing. What the
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
So my chapter, I think my chapter is number 9. My chapter is I Am Not Superwoman. And so this is very much, and that's why I just quickly wanted to pop up what you were saying, Ken. We do have this thing, and there certainly is, historically, for black women, you're a strong black woman, or you've got to be a strong black woman, and you have to, and it's embedded in your head. It's embedded in your head, because if you do not do the 1,000,001 things, and that doesn't mean nobody else does, so don't get me wrong, I'm just talking, I just know in terms of our culture, that means you're weak.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be seen as weak or somebody that can't do it or can't hold it down or whatever the case might be. That is not the case. I'm keeping it real, guys. My husband wasn't well probably about a month ago. Then I fell ill. And generally what I do is like, right, so I'm working, thankfully I'm working from home, and it's not a stressful job or anything like that. In terms of sort of like simply Deez, we've got so much going on, and I would just keep going because that's what we do. That's just what we do. And I thought, why have I written this chapter, I Am Not Superwoman? I've written it for me. Don't get me wrong, guys, I love you all. I've written it for me as well, to remind myself I am not Superwoman. I took myself to my bed for 4 days. 4 days? Yes. Because if I'm not in my bed, you're up and down, you're running around. And even though you're not fit, you still keep going. It's like you're in autopilot. You just keep going until one day, do you know what? That's not going to happen. And we get warnings. Let's be honest, ladies. We do get warnings when we're not well, when something's not right. And we just kind of like, we just keep going. We keep going. And I'm like, get your ass. I'm keeping it real. Get your ass in your bed. And Cecile will tell you, I felt like, I think I even put this in my chapter, you know, on a roundabout, and you remember, and people just do this, and you're on there, and they just keep spinning it, and you're on there. And I'm like, I want to get off. I want to get off. And that's why I took myself to the bed. So I literally got off. And I think 2.5 weeks, people messaging, I didn't even get into that dialogue. Cecile will tell you nothing, nada. It's like she kind of, where's she gone? This girl gone. And I literally stepped off. And it's probably been just over a week now. And I was ready, not forcing, because we had loads going on. But I was like, I was ready to step back on. But we need to learn. We do need to learn, and not the hard way, guys.
Yeah.
We see so many people honestly learn the hard way. Do what you have to do for you. And, you know, those that get it will get it. And those that don't. Trust me. Yeah. And if you have to explain, I'm keeping it real. If you have to explain, oh, do you know what? Blah, nah. When I spoke to people, understood. and the love and all of that, that should still be there. People are like, well, you haven't messed me, and why you? Nah. You've got to be number one. Otherwise, how are you gonna look after the boys?
No, it's very true.
It is. I know. I said I'd take them out. I said one day. One day. No, I'm next on this thing now, so I wanted to go, but I just wanted to say that. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right.
So yes, Kem. Like Dee reiterated, anything. So whatever you need, whatever you want to do, we will then be there to support you.
Thank you.
So it's, you decide and you just let us know, because you need to have your strength, because ultimately you're going to be going through a really difficult time. Mum's going to be, devastated, as you all are. And you don't then need to be tired and exhausted because you spent the day with us women, chatting on as we do. So you have to decide. You just need to decide. Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Don't leave us. Stay with us.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna stay
with us. I am going to now introduce the lovely Louise. I've known Louise for a long time. And just when you came onto the Simply Together show, it's kind of just mesmerized by what you was talking about, and the whole of your story, etc., which people are not getting tonight.
No, okay, fair enough.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser. It's just a little teaser. So tell us a little bit about you and what you're now embarking on.
So I've known you for years, and obviously you've known me throughout my wild days back in when I was in my teens. So I was a crazy teen, involved in criminality from 9, went all the way through alcohol and drug addictions, and ended up in prison. Completely changed my life around. And obviously it's only a teaser, but I will go with what I'm doing now, and that is I'm an internationally accredited life coach. I'm NLP qualified, NLP master, CBT trained, registered counsellor. And it's really interesting, Kem, what you were saying tonight. And actually, thank you for sharing that story, because sometimes we have an issue with being vulnerable. And, you saying, actually, I'm in this place now, this is where I'm at, and keeping it real is what we need to see a little bit more of, because people struggle all the time. And what I plan to do on Saturday is, funny enough, we were talking about balance, is go through a wheel of life, and I'm going to give you guys some tools. So I'm going to do a little bit of a talk about the areas of our life that we need to have on balance. And that is, we're going to look at like what we do in our physical body, what we've got in our emotions, because our physical body, then it comes out in our emotions, what we do in our relationships, because they impact us hugely throughout our life, and our emotions, how much time we have, our work, career, mission, whatever it is, then our finances, and then what we do to celebrate, or our faith. And it's on a wheel, and I'm going to talk you through the wheel of life, and I'm going to put those areas in there, because what's really, really key is that we try and get that wheel and those areas as focused, as round as possible, so that life can be as smooth as possible. And you mentioned there, sometimes we get burnout because we feel that we have to do everything all of the time. And what we do is we put so much investment into one area that we notice the other area we don't spend so much time in. And then when we hit a bump in that road, it's 10 times worse, because we've given that no attention over the past few months. So the plan is to kind of work through that and show you guys the importance of that. I also study I can never really pronounce it, psychoneuroimmunology, which is the mixing how your brain thinks to what that impacts on your body. So as Dee mentioned, that you become ill and you become stressed. And a lot of the time that's because your mind's not in the right place. So talk you through that and what you can do, tips and tricks to kind of improve that for you, so that you feel better. And then I'll give you like a little work pack to take away. So looking at where you are now and being honest and real on that wheel of life to where you want to be and what that looks like for you. And then a little bit about how we can bridge that gap to get you from there to there. And there'll be pillars and all sorts. But yes, it will be a little bit of a coaching session. So I do one-to-one coaching for people. I focus a lot on women now. So at the moment, I'm working with women that have gone through narcissistic abuse, physical abuse, trauma, sex workers, people who are strippers that have got emotional issues that they're going with now, body confidence issues. And just building them up, because that's kind of key for me. I went through a lot of abuse when I was younger, domestic abuse. And I also put myself through a lot of abuse as a direct result of physical abuse and that mental torture that I didn't really need to do. And that's kind of, as women, we just get on and we multitask and we juggle, that we don't take time to sort of realise what's going on with us. So yeah, and obviously you mentioned that, Kim. I'd love to have a chat with you as well and get you that wheel of life and just, make sure that everything's kind of is circling in the right way for you. So yeah.
I was literally just thinking that if you decide on Saturday, Kim, that you want to come to any of it, you might need to come when Louise is on. When she's talking about that wheel and everything else, and I'm thinking, Kim needs that. Kim needs to be doing that.
Yeah,
maybe that's what you need to be coming to, is when Louise is doing that. That just sounds really exciting, Louise. I like to take something away.
Yeah, do you know why? I love a freebie, to be fair. When I go to events and there's little bits, I like to take it away. And that's why I was like, okay, I've got a success pack. So that will be just writing down again where you are. And the thing with, we learn best. So we can say it out loud and we can have conversation with girls and whatever and say, look, this is what I want to be doing. But when we write it down, there is something in that, and it's scientifically proven that when we write it down, it sticks in our head more. And actually we think, oh my God, right, I need to work on that. That's why we have to-do lists and we do all of this stuff, because we know when we write it down, and then it becomes like a bit of a plan, it comes like a more like a vision then. And then if we make steps towards achieving what we want to achieve, that becomes a plan, and we just break it down and it's easier to achieve. So yeah, giving everybody a success pack and a wheel of life balance pack to go away with.
See, and that kind of feeds into my vision board, because that's that exact same thing. I did a vision board, put all the different things on there that I wanted to achieve, what I wanted to change, and still, I've done a small updated one, but I still kind of work from that main one, because actually that's got everything on it that I've wanted to do over the past few years. And it is just, like you said, writing things down. And most probably like what Kim does, because you write poetry. So you're putting your emotions and your thoughts and everything into your poetry. So that's still writing things down as well.
Yeah. All the time. And that's how I started writing poetry, from when I was younger, and not being able to express myself all the time, because I've always been what they call a people pleaser, like even down to my own parents, always been that person that's like, I've got to do what everybody else expects of me. I've got to always keep the peace, got to always keep everybody happy. And those emotions that kind of were just there all the time, that's how it kind of just started coming out in poetry. And that, I think, it's always, anybody that asks me, I always say to them, write it down. Doesn't matter if it even makes sense, just write it down, because writing it down is almost like a release. It's just almost like you're getting it out there, and it doesn't matter if anybody else reads it or if anybody else sees it. It's kind of just releasing it from yourself at that point in time, giving yourself a little bit of relief as well.
Because that is actually a form of like meditation. So that's the other thing I've been working around, and I'm nearly qualified at that, but I'm holistic coaching, and that is looking at meditation. And obviously we think that meditation has to be sitting down cross-legged, silence, but it's not. Actually, writing's a form of meditation, because we're allowing our thoughts, we're recognizing the thoughts that are in our mind, and we're actually giving them space, acknowledging them, and putting something to them. So writing, coloring, those kind of things are really, really good for the soul. So yeah. So again, yeah, writing it down, poetry. I'd love to read your book as well. So looking forward to that.
There's power in words. There's power in words. It's very like, it gets you thinking all the time when you write something down. Like when I went through domestic abuse, and the only thing that really kept me going through that was writing everything down, because it then got it out of my head and I wasn't then overthinking all the situations that I couldn't control. So there is power in words. It's like mum writes me little notes all the time, and you just remember the things that you've written or people have written to you, and they just stay with you. And that's how like you build on your like goals and stuff. When you've got them written, they are like definite, it's going to happen.
And that's the thing where you said there, you've, after going through abuse, your outlet was to write it down, and then from there you build on that, because you then start to write, and your mum starts to write to you, etc. And then you stack the good feelings on top of the good feelings, but that's because you've had an outlet. And when we don't do that, what we do is we internalize those thoughts. So if we don't have that outlet, we'll internalize it, and we'll equally stack, but we'll stack internally, and we'll put barriers and blockers, and, you know, we'll end up with limiting beliefs and all of that internally, because we didn't have that outlet. So whatever that is, and, you know, writing for you, it's worked for you, and you're building on that in a positive note now when you write notes and stuff. So from that's been, you know, it's a good thing. So yeah,
it's something that I use within therapy as well, especially with young people. You know, because there's a lot of things you can do, but I quite often will say to them, you know, when you're feeling, if they're going through anxiety, when you're starting to feel anxious, write that down, write how it feels, you know, and then when you come out of that, write that down and write how that feels. And then they then come back to me when you then have the next session, and then we go over what it is that they've written down and how it's made them feel. And I mean, I'm still the age that I am, I'm still pen and paper. I like to read a book rather than the Kindle. I like to write with a pen. I've even got a fountain pen. So yeah, I know. I've got two actually, but that's not the point. And I say to young people, it doesn't matter how you write it down. You know, if you want to write it down with a pen and paper, or if you want to put it in your phone and you make notes, it's about just recording what it is and how you're feeling at that time. Which kind of then leads on to the gorgeous Veronica E, who is also a poet and writes things down and gets those words out, don't you?
Hi everyone, evening.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Good. Recovery.
You're quiet, V.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let's turn the volume up a bit. Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Let me move my phone, because I'm using my phone. I'll bring the phone a bit closer.
You're going to be sitting on the phone, aren't you?
Yeah, there we go. Right, is that better?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Volume, yeah, the lighting's probably a bit bad now, but never mind. Yeah, so it's good to be here.
Saturday.
Yeah.
A little teaser. Just a little teaser. I've been saying that all night. I'm like a broken record, aren't I? A little teaser.
For God's sake, don't say that on Saturday.
Oh,
No, I won't.
Well, I've got
So tell us a little bit about yourself, V. And
okay, so I'm Veronica E. Banks, full name, but I go under the moniker of Veronica E. And I am a mature lady. I am a mum of 4, grandma to 11. What can I say? My background: teaching, education, teaching, science, labs, working with victims of crime, basically supporting everybody in different capacities, safeguarding trainer and practitioner, and poet, co-author, actress, and an advocate for women and creating something for women as we speak. But yeah.
Sorry.
Shall I say what I'm going to be sharing on Saturday?
A little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Right, okay. So I was in two minds whether I share part of my life story that I had shared in a publication called The Maverick Paradox. And I thought I'd read a little of that. Not the whole thing, but I'll definitely be sharing some of it. I'll also be speaking about a topic that's quite personal to me, and that is unconventional adoption. Because I'm an adult now, but as a child, as a toddler, I was raised by someone else. And the adoption or the arrangement was not the traditional arrangement in terms of when someone wants to adopt a child, they go through an agency, they pick out the child they want, the agency vets them, they're vetted to see whether they're a good fit for the child and vice versa. I never had any of that. I was sent from the Caribbean to be raised by family members. But I'll be talking a bit about that on Saturday. And I suppose the consequences of something like that, right, and how that can affect an individual in terms of their life, in terms of education, in terms of relationships, in terms of productivity, social skills, emotional, basically the well-being, mental health. I'll be speaking a bit about that. And maybe sharing a poem.
What do you mean, maybe?
Maybe.
Isn't it? She's joking. She's joking, Cecile.
Maybe sharing
She's joking.
You need to share a poem. You can't come on and not share a poem, So
I will.
Okay.
I'll share a poem. I will be sharing.
That all sounds absolutely fascinating. So that, obviously around the adoption, everything, that's what you'll pick up again on Saturday. So you kind of flung in there about being an actress. What's that about then?
Yeah. Well, where do I start? Many years ago, in my teens, I became an extra. I was an extra in a film, and I did like performing. I did like performing, from my childhood. I think if I'd been nurtured in a way, I think I probably would have been a child actress because I was always very dramatic. At the school parties and everything, I would be the one in the middle on the dance floor, dancing my shoes off to Michael Jackson's Rockin' Robin, right? I just love books. I love plays. I used to write stories. I just love storytelling. And in my late life, I was invited to join a poetry showcase. And from that, I agreed to participate, went on the stage in my 50s. From that, opportunities came my way. I was offered 2 years ago, I was offered a role in a theatre play and took that. And since then, I've now done 3 plays, and with more opportunities coming, and having the time of my life in my 60s.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you very much. At 61, I'm having the time of my life. My kids look at me, and, they say, "Mum, can you babysit?" Sorry, love, I've got rehearsal. I've got things.
Yeah, used to you been, or you should be, because the woman's place is at home, sitting there.
Yeah, maybe I can do it sometimes. But
Yeah.
when I've got things on, I'm busy. Mum, where are you? Are you at home? No.
No.
I'm in
Oh,
I'm out. I'm doing things. I'm sorry. But two of my sons did come to the play. I participated in a play Sunday gone called The Number 88, which was really well received. And two of my sons and my husband attended the performance. And I think they were kind of surprised to see me in a very different light. You know, when you play a character that's not you, but you're playing that role, they were like, oh God, Mummy to teach Sunday school. Look at her. Yeah, had the time of my life. It was fantastic. And the play was by Tinae Edwards, the Number 88. That was the booklet.
And Tinae is co-author of our first book, Life in a Lockdown.
That's right.
As so are you.
Yeah. Life in a Lockdown 2020.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I like to hold on. Maybe is it because in my childhood things were very dark and gloomy. So when things are nice and light and bright, I want to save them and hold them. Right? That's part of that, isn't it? And I think meeting with the women every Thursday, as we did on the Zoom, with Dee Bailey at the helm, it was a case of how do we capture this? How can we crystallize this? Hold on to it almost. And that's where the idea of the book came from. I'm a hoarder. People, I keep theatre tickets. I keep boarding passes. I am
Lord
like
of mercy.
Can I just say, under my cabinet is a box of tickets, gig tickets, cinema tickets, flight passes. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but not for everybody. Not for my other half. They will go in the bin.
I was just going to say.
If I don't protect them.
As Remy says, they're memories. They're memories, aren't they?
Exactly. But he sees that as clutter. But for me, I see it as life experience. You know, all the technology and all the all of this virtual stuff that we have. You know, in years to come, where will be the record? It'll all be in the machine. You know, there won't be anything tangible to pick up and touch because it's all electronic.
Yeah, I'm with you there. When they say, when I order tickets and they say, do you want an e-ticket or do you want to pay and have a real one sent to you? I always click, I want the real one. And when I get to where I'm going, I'm not giving it to you either because I need to take it home and put it in my box.
I know. And then you have this guilt about the planet. You know, the trees, the paper. I am there. No, I must admit, I am there. But, you know, the things I have, the things I've already got, the hard copies I've already got, girl, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And I'm kind of like, do I collect more stuff? Do I buy more books? Kindle? Not too keen on Kindle. You know? Hard copy.
Yeah, I'm with you there again. Definitely with you there again. I have a Kindle, and when I first got the Kindle as a present, I used it for about 6 months, and I was, I love this. And then it kind of then stopped, and I kind of started going back to the books. And I've got, you know, those people that buy books and they've got so many that can't even read them. That's what I've got. I've got books galore.
Nah.
I love it. It's a book. You've got to hold the book, haven't you? Touch it and everything. Yes.
Yeah. There's something, I don't know. It does something to the consciousness having a book, a physical book there, and the images. And you can touch the pages, smell the pages, you know, count the pages. Oh, I'm a third of the way through. And you can just see that. I know you can see it on Kindle somehow, you know, the page count, the counter thing on it. But it's not the same. I'm old school. I don't know.
Me too. This story's just gone on to, hold on. So, a Facebook user, and I don't know who they are. Oh, it's Nike. So Nike has put that she's got postcards from when she was 16.
There you go. There you are.
I don't think I've got that much.
Okay. Yeah. And clothing. And that's another thing. I do collect vintage clothing. So I've got some old clothes too.
Oh, so now we know who to come to.
They're not going anywhere, guys. No.
I'm thinking of you. If you're going somewhere, you need some vintage clothes, not me.
Well,
Are you hiring them, V? Are you hiring your clothes?
I've everything I've bought, I've worn. But then I haven't let them go anywhere. They're just collected. So the 80s suit I've got, the 50s ball gown I've got, the spangly bits from the 60s and the cat suits and stuff. No, they're not going anywhere. And I'm not hiring.
You can't have any of them. So, okay. So
that sounds really mean. But listen, I would lend. I'm not gonna lie, I would lend. People who know me know I would lend. Just for one night.
Just for the odd one or two, maybe. People you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've been doing, you also said you've been doing poetry, spoken word, do you do? I know, I am sure that we've seen you the first time we went to the Bear Club. I think you was on the bill that day.
Yeah.
So you've been doing some of that as well, haven't you?
Yes, definitely. As part of Soul Food Poetry Collective.
Yeah.
Soul Food Poetry, not. Joined in 2016. It was MP, the person who formed the collective, who was asking about, I was in a particular place and he was asking, does anyone know anyone who writes poetry or who can, and a little voice said, oh, do you tell on yourself or do you just, and a voice said, well, what have you got to lose? And I said, yeah, I do. And I was, became part of Soul Food Collective then, and performed the Bear Club several times now. I think if you go on YouTube and type in Soul Food Poetry, I know there's two Soul Food Poetry. There's the American version, but then there's the UK version. Soul Food Poetry, knock knock. If you type that in, there's a whole performance. It's one of the performances this year. I think the very first one. It's there, and you can actually see some of me performing my pieces.
Wonderful. Because we have
my brother does them, so you perform with my brother.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice, isn't it?
Awesome, absolutely awesome. And he's also in the show.
He is very, very good. He's very talented, but so are you. So
thank you.
It's a very talented show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So do look out for me. I've also appeared on a couple of podcasts. There's the Fearless Freedom podcast you'll find on YouTube as well. There's a couple of other bits, but I'll talk about those another time. So thank you very much.
I've just seen somebody sneak in.
It's one of them nights, Cecile. It's one of them nights. And everybody here, the guys need to know, everybody here is going to be there on Saturday. So,
and
do you want to
giving little teasers?
Yeah. Is that Yasmin? You say the name, Cecile, because you're going to get used to it for Saturday.
Can you get it right? No pressure.
Exactly. That's it, Yasmin. You tell her.
Can I just give a little bit of a snippet as to why Deez laughing? So yesterday we went to one of our friends' graduation at UCL in London, and there was, I don't know, 100, 200 young people getting their degrees with names galore, because they come from far and wide, all across the world. And there was two different people giving out the awards, and one of them clearly had spent the night before working on those names, because he said them fine. The other one struggled with even the easiest names.
No.
And I said to Dee, she needs to give me the names before Saturday so that I know what I'm saying. So Yasmin, is it?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. See, you got it wrong, Dee. It's Jasmine.
Hey, don't be blaming me, girl. It's over to you. You said you've got the name and you're still getting it wrong. What can I say?
Hi, Jasmine. How are you doing?
Hiya. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks. Not too bad.
Good.
So,
Mm.
gonna come on and give us a little bit of a teaser. Saying it again. Teaser. Just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and a little bit about what you're going to do on Saturday, please.
Okay, so I'm Jasmine Mbai. I am a speaker, a trainer, and a coach, and I am also the director of the Like Me CIC. We're a training organization, and we work with women and teen girls. Our focus is empowering them to stop hiding and to take off their mask and just take control of their lives by building their confidence to do so. And yeah, on Saturday, I'm really excited to come along and share a little bit about my story, a few of the challenges that I've overcome, both in childhood and adulthood, and just give some little nuggets around how I have managed to do that. And a lot of it's from hindsight. Sometimes when you're going through stuff, you don't even know how you really get through it. You just know you've managed to get through it. But then when you look back, you're like, oh, you know what, it was this thing that was helping me, and oh, it was that. And so that, you know, that's what's enabled me to then kind of now support other people so that when they come out of their situations, they too are able to process it more effectively, and then to build, you know, using your adversity to be like your stepping stones. That's what I have determined to do, you know, not to allow it to stop me, but actually to allow it to propel me further forward in the direction that is kind of my heart's desire.
That sounds really good. Really good. So how long have you been doing this?
I started the company in 2018 and we did our first events in 2019, and that's how I met Dee. Someone was like, oh, you got to speak to Dee, put me in touch with her. And so, yeah, that's when we first met in 2019. And yeah, the business has been going since then. Had a few bumps along the road, you could say. So I've parked it and kind of restarted it since then in 2020, but I won't give too much away now. Yeah.
You're saving that for Saturday.
Saving it for Saturday, exactly.
That is really good. So is there anything else you want to share that you want to share today that you know you're going to continue with on Saturday?
Well, I just want to encourage everyone to come out on Saturday, because not only we're going to share a bit about my story and also, you know, give some nuggets of the kind of work that we do, but we're actually going to be starting a wellbeing program in Luton for Lutonians. And so, yeah, going to share a little bit more about that. And it's funded, so it's not something that people are going to have to necessarily even really pay to attend. So, yeah, going to share some more about some up and coming stuff that we've got and people can look forward to.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. Dee?
I'm looking at the screen and I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, all these people are really going to be there on Saturday. So all those people we had in 7 till 8, all these guys now, we've got somebody else that's just jumping on. I've not met this, well, I kind of seen this young lady, but I've not met her actually before. Hi, your name's not Ruth.
No, it's not. No, it's Lena. But Ruth is my mum.
That's right. I actually saw you at the reggae event.
Oh,
you were there, weren't you?
Yeah. My dad plays the bass. So he was one of the musicians on the night as well.
That's right. That's right. So the lovely Cecile and Remy are going to be hosting on Saturday. Do you want to tell us what yourself? Is Mum coming as well on Saturday?
Yes, she's coming as well. Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to tell us, which you can do? You can tell us about. You're going to be an exhibitor. So do you want to tell us about your product and what you're going to be sharing with the world?
So me and my mum, we created a hair care and skincare brand called Sis Fruit Shea. We started it, I think, roughly around 1.5 years ago. So when we was all in lockdown, my mum is blessed with very beautiful big hair. So everybody would always come up to her and be like, "Oh, what are you using in your hair?" But she used to create her own little hair care products. And then during lockdown, we were like, you know what, let's actually try and create a brand and put your products out there because they're really good. So we created Sis Root Shea, and we started off with one product, which was hair cream. Then we branched it out into body butters, foot scrubs, and body scrubs. They are all natural ingredients, and the main ingredient is shea butter, because as everyone knows, shea butter has hundreds of, natural remedies, can soothe your eczema, helps with dry scalp. And we've luckily been featured in The Sun on their Snapchat story for upcoming Black beauty brands in 2021, and been featured in Brown Beauty Talk and Glam Africa so far.
Amazing.
So tell us about you.
Me? Okay, so
Yeah, you.
I'm Lena. I am into marketing and PR. So currently I'm a marketing assistant for a luxury brand who are known for their writing instruments, because I know Cecile mentioned about her fountain pens. And in my head I was like, I wonder if she has one of the fountain pens that, the company that I work for. And yeah, so I'm 25. I love writing as well. So before I went into marketing and PR, I did music journalism, and then I also did a tiny bit of poetry as well. So my background is very much the same in writing and being creative.
Well, on Saturday, you are going to be exhibiting these products with your mum.
Yeah.
It's only right of me. I shan't be hosting, so I can say what I want now. They'll have me on lockdown, seriously, on Saturday. Gagged. Are you going to share something with us? Can you share something with us? A bit of your poetry?
Yes, I can, if you'd like me
Oh,
to.
see? Didn't hesitate there.
It stays in on my blog. It doesn't go anywhere else other than that.
Why is that?
Yeah. I'm not really one to, do, speaking. I'm very good at writing how I feel, but saying it out loud is very different.
Okay.
But for you guys, yes, I will.
This is
Thank
Real
you.
Talk exclusive. We do exclusive. Go on, darling.
That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. So my pens.
No, I thought you were going to do something now.
I just want.
Leigh.
I thought she'd do it on Saturday. Sorry.
Now.
See, she thought it was Saturday as well.
I thought it was
She'll bottle out by Saturday. This is on the screen.
Clearly not.
Saturday, she's going to be in front of people. She won't do it.
Are you going to do one now?
Fine, let me find one of my.
Remember, this is a teaser anyway, Leigh. We're teasing them into coming to the event. They're going to hear all this beautiful poetry, spoken word, the speakers. Oh my gosh. I think I might come along on Saturday. I think I might just come along. Why are you laughing, Jasmine?
You need to come along because you have to sing, don't you, Dee?
That's right. Do you know what? I just told them just now I was going to sing. And do you know what my boss said? My boss was on there. Don't sing, Dee. I don't believe it. Yasmin, Kimberly just said that.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure that you were known for being a singer, Dee.
I am.
Really?
That I can't sing. Sorry, Leigh, you ready? You ready?
You found one.
Yes. So it's a poem that I wrote in 2017. So it's called Little Black Girl Don't Cry. So little black girl don't cry. They just don't understand your grace. Too scared to try and give you an embrace because the media have taught you to hate your face. Curly hair and plump lips. They wish they looked like you, so don't feel dismissed. I know it's hard sometimes to wake up with a smile, but baby girl, you are something worthwhile. Little black girl don't cry if they appropriate and take your style. doesn't mean you still can't shine with that beautiful skin, so reflective that the sun can't help but complements your melanin. They say you've got that black girl magic, but drag you down when you try and project what you want to say. Little black girl, don't cry when they point at you and laugh. Dignity is what you were born with, and unfortunately, it can never be taught. We are strong, powerful, and so full of prosperity that we will always have the last laugh. From one stereotype to another, life can be nothing but trouble. But from one black girl to another, keep slaying like no other. Stay bright like the star you are. They only see darkness in our appearance because they cannot fathom the indescribable. Your skin tone is the beauty they refuse to see, but don't you dare let it be the reason you cry yourself to sleep, because little black girl, you are a beautiful sight to see.
You were going to deny us that? No way. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm coming on Saturday.
In the book.
Wow.
That needs to go in the book.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you.
By the way, I didn't know that she gives poetry. Sorry, Lee. I might seem a little excited. That's because I am. So you do understand that you will be sharing something on Saturday as well. We just needed a little taster today. Is that okay?
Yes.
You did really well. Honestly, you did really well.
Thank you.
You'll be able to watch this on replay and you'll see that you did really well.
Yes, okay.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Guys, oh my gosh. Cecile, Remy, can you believe this? This is part 2. You've got another part coming up. And that's not even, bearing in mind, that's not everybody who is going to be there on Saturday. There's more people, but not everybody could make the show tonight. So just letting you know. Is there anything that anybody who's on here now, because we've got a few minutes before our next cohort, so to speak, come through. Is there anybody that wants to share something with the masses out there before we go? I know we're going to see you Saturday, but is there anything that, I don't know. Veronica E. I was going to pick you anyway.
Okay. If there's something in your heart, in your being that you feel that you want to do and you want to achieve, and you're thinking you're too old, you're thinking I'm the wrong skin tone, I'm in the wrong geographical area, I'm in the wrong socio-economic status, put all that to one side and live. Do what you need to do and do what you want to do, because life is fleeting. Do it.
Sister V, you are amazing. Thank you, guys. Honestly, thank you. I say guys, but I know you're women. Thank you all so much for coming on. Cecile, Remy, what do you want to say before these guys go? Because you've got your next lot coming on now.
It's just going to be a fantastic day on Saturday. Just the people that we spoke to before. We've got Jasmine, we've got Louise, we've got Ken, we've got V, we've got this young lady doesn't even know, she's give us in the poem. She's going to have to stand up now in the front. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll stand next to you. Or if your mum's there, she can stand next to you. But there's just a fantastic group of women. Absolutely. And I'm just really energized at the minute. Just absolutely energized with what is going to go on Saturday. I am looking forward to it.
Well, every year I think the same. It's just an amazing group of people, all so talented, with so much to offer to the world, and we get to see them all in one room. It's just very exciting.
Brilliant. It is brilliant.
It certainly is. Okay, everyone, we're going to have to say goodbye because we've got the next guy coming in. Please don't forget to share on your social media. You'll hear from me in terms of times, etc. for Saturday. But in the meantime, thank you all honest much for coming on. Thank you so much, Lee.
Thank you.
See you
We're
Saturday.
going to share the poetry. Yay! See you later, guys. Thank you. Speechless.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really, but you do understand that is poo. With the third lot are coming on now.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So that is just, remember, these guys are the ones that are kind of taking part. These are not the attendees.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is why, you know, so we're doing the show today. These guys are getting an opportunity to kind of meet each other beforehand as well and get a little flavour of what's going to go down on Saturday. Obviously, the masses out there are like, oh my God, I wasn't going to get a ticket. I need to sort my ticket now.
Definitely.
We're warning you guys. We're warning them. Sort it early. Sort it early. It is going to be absolutely awesome. I'm just getting messages. Sorry, messages galore. Do you two want to just chat and just tell the guys? Have you told them about yourselves? Not too much, obviously.
Have you told? Did you tell them about yourself?
You did tell you what you do.
What do you do?
I went to university to do photography and filmmaking. So I guess that's what I do. It's a bit difficult at the minute for me to do that. I am a mental health advocate. I like to be there for people so that they can feel like they can talk to someone and don't have to feel like they're being judged by anyone. I'm quite open about my mental health. So my mental health does stop me from doing what I love, but I will get back into doing it once I get back to a better place. But yeah, I think I guess that is what I do.
What about your day job?
I work at the hospital. Right in the day.
So still have a chat with Remy because we don't know nothing.
Yeah, how's your day job then? What do you do as a day job?
I am a ward clerk on the children's ward, so I do admin in the hospital. I'd like to be able to help people more than what I do now, but I guess 2022 is going to be a year of opportunity, so hopefully I'll be able to do more for my community.
And also, don't forget, you as a NHS worker, you've worked throughout the whole of the pandemic.
I did.
Yes. You know, supporting the team there, all working together. So yeah, there's things that you want to do, but actually, you've also done a lot so far.
I guess so.
And there is more. There's
yeah, I've written. I'm a co-author of 2 books with my mum, as is Dee.
Just a little thing. That is absolutely humongous. How old are you? I'm more than double your age, and I'm only doing those achievements now. So to be doing and have done that at your age, that is massive. Absolutely massive. Where's my card? Let me just see. You guys think I'm just checking with our yeah, because that's what one does. One pops them on. Yay! Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Oh look.
Hi.
Oh look. I don't know.
Hi.
Cecile, do you know any of these women? I know you know that one that's.
I know Pam. I know Tinae, and I have just recently been on workshop and seen Jackie with the things that she's been doing. So we haven't met in person, but we will at some point.
What do you mean some point? This is Saturday. What do you mean some point? Saturday.
So yes. I do know some of these ladies.
Excellent. Oh my gosh. Guys, thank you so much Honestly, thank you so much for coming on today. You know, the show's really a teaser leading up to Saturday. So we don't want you to talk too much about whatever's going to go down on Saturday. Because otherwise they'll be, I know what she's going to say. I've heard it all before. I heard it on Tuesday. Nah, you can say what you want today, and then you're just going to say something different or talk about something different on Saturday. So I'm going to hand you over. This is my show, as you know. But guess what? The lovely Seal and Remy are going to be hosting International Women's Day. Woo! On Saturday. And it is going to be off the... What's it going to be, Remy? Off the what?
Off the scale, off the chart.
Tell them, sis, tell them. So I'm going to hand over to Cecile and Remy.
So, does anybody particularly want to go first?
You don't worry about that, Remy. You
pick.
Well, it's going to be dibsies on Saturday, love.
I would like to introduce Tinae. I've met you a couple of times at the different events that we've done, and I think you are just amazing. So if you'd like to give us a little snippet of what you do and what you're bringing to us on Saturday.
Sure. And likewise, Remy, I remember hearing your story. It was really empowering. So thank you for sharing that as well. I think that was that like 2 years ago at International Women's Day. Yeah. But for everyone who doesn't know who I am, I'm Tinae Edwards. I'm a writer and author. I kind of write about like things that I've been through in life. So that covers heartbreak, feeling lost in my career path, and finding the courage to walk away from that as well. So studying law, pursuing a career in law, then realizing it wasn't for me. Walking away from that was quite tough. So I write about that as well. And when I'm sharing my story, I speak about that to inspire others, you know, and to sort of encourage others to explore and let them know that it's okay to try different things in life. And I feel like, walking away from that career helped me discover my life purpose. So that's what I'll be sharing. And I'll also be sharing the struggles that I've been through along the way. I think I've opened up about them a little bit, but not a lot. And I feel like sometimes you feel like you've got to get past them until you're comfortable to open up about them. And I feel like I'm in that place now. So yeah, that's what I'll be sharing.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So do you think the things that you've done along the way have then helped you to get to that point where you can now open up?
Yeah, for sure. So when I was first sort of on this journey of feeling really lost, feeling really low in life, feeling like I had hit rock bottom, I kind of just went out a lot, and I drank a lot, I partied a lot to escape my emotions. And then I realized that actually wasn't helping me at all. So when I picked up the pen to write, that's when I really started to get raw and honest with myself. And instead of escaping my emotions, I realized that I was confronting them through sharing my honest feelings and thoughts. And I think that's what has helped me that was the beginning of my healing journey. And that is what has helped me to get to where I am today.
It's kind of just gone from the first group to the second group to the third group about writing and getting your feelings out and putting that down on, be it paper or, in your phone or whatever. But it just seems there's a theme, isn't there, along the way? That's how people grow, don't they?
I guess it's not just writing those, it's creativity in general.
Yeah.
Is a great outlet for mental health or just emotions in general.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what we need to get across to everybody, don't we? That's, that's how people, those are the things that they can use. Those are the tools that they can use to, anyway, It's just you can just see that it just comes along. You know, we've got a young lady coming up in a little while who sings, you know, and it's not you, Dee, it's another young lady who sings, and that's a way of getting out the feelings and you know, building up your emotions and everything. So okay. So are you based in Luton? I am, yeah. I live in Luton. And do you do work within Luton or anything like that? I used to. So I used to work for the council. That was actually in Dunstable. I used to work for the council in the domestic abuse team. So that work was, so I guess, but now I work as a marketing assistant from home. But I mean, sharing my words and my story, I did get involved in the community a lot before the lockdown, and then I think as the lockdown sort of came in, I sort of I had my own challenges through that as well, and I kind of disengaged from everything, social media, people, and I stopped sort of getting involved in things. So it's nice to be here today to listen to everyone's stories. I've been listening for a few hours. I've been listening to everyone's stories, and I've just been like immersing myself in inspiration, and that has really been helping me to get back on my feet. Excellent.
Oh, Tinae, do you know, I want to cry.
Oh, don't cry.
Pam knows.
Right.
Pam knows. Seriously, from when, but anyway, we'll talk about this on Saturday, but from when I met Tinae and just knowing it's just been an incredible journey for a young lady so young. And the thing is, I don't think Tinae's alone. I know Tinae's not alone, but not everybody is going to share. So I know perhaps when we might hear a little bit from Pam a little bit later on, is like we go through things in life and we don't share anything and we keep it in, and then things manifest itself later on down the line. But Tinae has been sharing, and this is, if you knew certain stuff now, Pam, I'm sure you'd have been sharing. But as it is, she's an old lady now, but we've got her back. Don't worry, guys, we've got her back. So anyway, I'm only kidding. She knows I am. Tinae, thank you. Jackie, you're going to get more jokes on Saturday. I'm telling you, more jokes.
I'm ready.
I've got stomach cramp from Pilates on Sunday. Cecile, just tell them what went down yesterday. Tell them.
So the backdrop is that Dee went to Pilates on Sunday. We didn't know that yesterday when we went out for the day. And
we went to Sherelle's graduation.
And it's a group of women. You know what we're like. There's jokes, there's laughter,
stop.
You're taking the mickey out of somebody, and you're laughing at something else. And every single time Dee is holding her body because of the Pilates.
Okay, there's going to be some sisters and even some guys out there. This is real talk, right? One ain't done nothing for I don't know how long, months, forever. I take myself out of bed Sunday morning, going to my clinical class, and it wasn't the class I thought it was. And I thought, and she goes, it was this other lady. She goes, "Hello, Dee. Haven't seen you for a long while." I thought, yeah, all right. Shh. You know, don't tell everybody. Shh. So I take my little fees, and she goes, "Don't forget this band and these." But I'm thinking, fair enough. It was Pilates. How wrong can you go with Pilates? Lord God of mercy. A mash up. Whole body. The belly, everything. So that's what Cecilia was referring to. I'm telling you, ask Cecilia, even now, my stomach is like going, don't know. Why? Where's she going? She's falling off a chair. Oh, bleep. Oh, thank you.
Shelley just put, it was like taking the idea out yesterday. It was.
You could tell
time we
Shelley's the
laugh,
producer,
and
can't
she's
you?
like,
Because you don't
please
put that
don't
up on
laugh.
there.
Please don't laugh. All the politest.
Oh, whilst we're laughing, we might as well just follow it through. So, Sil, tell them what happened when we done the whole thing. Tell them that bit. Drop it on them. Tell them.
Here comes the producer.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sil can't even tell you. That's how funny it was. Go
Which
on.
bit? Which bit?
You know
Popcorn?
when no, Sherelle
Toilet?
and I went in. Yes, that one. Tell them.
So Dee and Sherelle go to the toilet, right? So there's 2 toilets, and there's the men's and there's the women's.
No, okay. So they're
we're
making it up. Let's do a real talk. So anyway,
There's-
so toilets, they're there. So you see this, Cheryl goes like, it's unisex. I'm like, unisex? I was going mad. I was like, you know, just a thought, cringe, but we had a long way to go. So anyway, we're in there, do what we've got to do, come out the cubicle now, and I'm like, why are there those, what are they called, that the guys have?
Urinals?
Oh, there's guys lined up, kind of. I'm like, oh my, giddy. Oh, Lord.
Well, can you just say that we weren't in a little place? We were at the Excel. We were at the
we weren't in that
conference
little
centre
place,
at the end of the
and there was all
Excel
these
in
guys,
London.
and I'm going like, and they're like, where you been? We're like, gents. We were in the gents. Gents. She's telling me the bloody thing is unisex. She goes, I thought, that's what happens, Dee Bailey.
Oh dear.
So that is why my stomach cramps have got worse. They did get better when I ate the popcorn. Share that. I don't know who that is on Facebook laughing, but you should have been there. Jackie, it worked funny. Yeah, well, actually, it was hilarious.
Funny.
But I thought,
Sorry.
Oh dear.
I keep looking out the door because I think
her face was like, you know, when your old dear, as Shelley just said, the old dear has seen something and they're really disgusted by it. That's the face that Dee had for at least the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
It was hilarious.
We're still going on about it in the car when we was going to go and get food.
Oh, dear.
And whoever you're saying about the men, they came out and they were just looking as if to say, it was them. It was them.
Oh,
dear. Oh dear.
Oh, sorry.
Shall we move on?
Move on, please.
Oh, please.
Take it away.
Thank you, Tinae. We will hear so much more on Saturday. Looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. So, because Jackie needs to compose herself, let's
I'm sorry. I've got palpitations. I'm a chest skin. Beep, 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 beep.
So, Pamela T, are you composed?
I think so.
No,
Okay. I think
I think so. I think I'm
Okay.
composed after that one.
it was hilarious. Seriously, it was hilarious.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can do. So, tell us a bit
Yes,
about you.
it was.
Tell us a
So
bit
a
about
bit
you and
about
what you
me.
do. Just a little bit.
So
just
just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Okay, so I'm a published co-author of 2 books. I am a project manager working for a charity in London at the moment. I'm a trained life coach, and like Tinae, I like writing. And I like to write about my emotions because that's what's helped me on my journey. And I only started sharing about maybe two years ago, Dee. Is that right? About lockdown, I started to share because
It was
mine was
actually
a
in the Life in a Lockdown Zoom, wasn't it?
yeah. That was actually the first time that I actually shared part of my journey. And for me, I wasn't in the place because I was still healing. And I felt that I had to get to a point where I could share without it not really impacting on me. I dealt with those triggers and I'm quite happy and open now to talk about my experiences and my journey to help others, because we all go through things in life. And I've met some absolutely amazing, inspirational women on my lockdown journey. From the youngest to the oldest, I have learned a lot. And yeah, it's just that keep learning, that knowledge and craving the knowledge, because at one point in my life, I lost it. I just wasn't interested because of what I was going through. My head just couldn't take anymore. But now I've emptied like the suitcase. Yeah, I sort of craving knowledge in all different directions, in any which way it comes. Just feed me now, feed me. I just want more of it.
Go on, Pamela, feeding.
Yeah, so feed the mind, feed the mind now with a lot more positive than all those negative thoughts that I had roaming through my head for a number of years. Yeah. Anything I've got to share some more?
Are you going to be exhibiting anything at all?
Oh, so on Saturday, I will be exhibiting, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm exhibiting though, because it's part of my health journey. Because of what I'd gone through throughout my life, my eating became really, really bad. It got worse in lockdown, and I was introduced to a nutritional supplement. And at first I was a bit hesitant, and I thought, yeah, people are just always wanting to push these things on you. But then I thought, you know what, stop saying and just do. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And I've been on this product now for coming up for a year. And I've noticed that I've had some really, really good results. I mean, me personally, I suffered with fibroids. So can you imagine all the symptoms that come with that, the bloating, the hairy periods, all of that. And since taking these products, I can actually say I am so happy, because I no longer take the medication that was given to me by the doctor. And the products that I take on a daily basis now as part of my routine really, really help. So on Saturday, I will be exhibiting those products, and I will be sharing my journey, and not only my journey, but some of the journeys of my fellow team members that have also taken this product and what it's done for them.
Nice.
Fantastic. So that's what we've got to look forward to. And I'm presuming then that if people want to buy some, they'll be able to do that, because you're going to be
if they want to purchase on the day, they'll be able to do that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but they'll have to come and see what it's all about.
But if there's some people that perhaps might want to top up what they've already got, but they don't know that you're going to be there, then don't you want to tell them? Do you see what I mean? Say, for instance, like, do you know what? If I'd have known that was there, I'd have come even just to get.
You need to tell us the name of it.
So the products that I am actually taking is called Juice Plus. That is the product that I take, part of my daily routine. And as I said, I've been taking it now since last year. And yeah, the results that I've noticed are great. My hair's grown back, considering I lost all of that in 2012. So it's a lot stronger than it was. I've always had long nails. Everybody who knows me knows that. But yeah, they seem to be growing at a rate of knots, and I keep chopping them every couple of weeks now. So there they are. But yeah, it's an amazing product. It works for me, and I really, really enjoy it. It makes I've got more energy, I'm more motivated, I'm more focused. I sleep well. I can actually go to bed at night, put my head on a pillow, fall asleep, and if I get up and go back to bed, I go back to sleep. So yeah, all them sleepless nights, I'm waking up really, instead of waking up really in the morning, I wake up with a zing. So yeah, it's all good fun.
Yes.
Cecile.
Yeah.
So
thanks, Pam. I'm going to have to sort of like thing you. I think you've got about 6 people waiting in the wings. Lovely.
Oh gosh. Okay.
They're coming thick and fast.
You can only fit 10. You can only fit. It's not a Zoom that the masses can come on. It's literally, that's why we've kind of broken it down. But there's quite a few of them waiting.
So thank you, Pam. We'll hear some more on Saturday. And
look forward to seeing you all.
We are swiftly moving on to the lovely Jackie.
Oh, well, hi everybody.
Are you okay now?
I am. I'll give you know something. If I was constipated, I'd be released. Sorry, Dave, but you just do it for me.
Clive, sorry. Can you see there's a guy you're going? It's International Women's Day.
Sorry,
God, there's a guy.
You done it.
Jackie, don't apologise for nothing. We know him. I know him.
Oh.
Hi, Clive.
Hi, Clive.
Are you right?
You just come at the best.
We're all right. Yeah. So Jackie's just sharing a few things. There's some more people jumping on. So we will come to you in a moment, Clive, okay?
No problem.
All right, great.
Well, I'm just blessed to have met Dee through Veronica, Cecilia, Shelley, Justar, all of you. I've just got a bam, 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 bam. So if I was a DJ, I'd be going whammy bam, ladies. But yes, thank you for being in my life. And I never shared my story for the first time, actually, till you, Dee, put me on stage.
You're not going to do it today.
No,
you're going to save that. Good.
I could never. No, I wouldn't share it. But I'm saying, when you said the first time and you don't realise that, what is it? How can say I was in a bloody paddling pool, blah, 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 blah. And you never ever tell it because it's so painful.
Yeah.
And after you've told it, it was like, yeah, again. It's like a dartboard, lady. Bim, bim, bim. Yeah, so I'm just saying, yeah, thank you. And that's where self-love comes from. So Women's Day, what am I going to share? Actually, it's probably one of those days because I've made a little poem for Women's Day. And I think it just says it all in that. I've made a blip, do you know what I mean? Because Dee knows I could take a show.
Yes.
But Dee's with me, partner, we don't do fear. So it's like, but yes, so ladies, I think what I'm going to say is thank you for giving me the honor for Mother's Day, Women's Day, because Women's Day is something I took 30 years to find, but I was always everybody else's hero, but never mind. I was never kind to myself, basically. And I did write something for Women's Day. So I'm going to actually think, I'm going to give you a little, and it's actually called Woke Up Feeling Sluggish. And the reason I said woke up feeling sluggish, there's so many women and my amazing special men. So yes, Island, you're on the show. I have some amazing special men. And I think we all wake up feeling sluggish, but we never own it. Do you know what I mean? And it was about, for me at the time, it was a 2020, 7 children, married 25 years, woke up one day and blam, bam, bam, thank you, man, decided I was going to be on a midlife crisis. So sharing the story, I'm just going to give you this. And I actually called it sluggish because I think it says it all for me. All of you hear this one, just a quick one. Right, Dee's laughing already. So basically, you wake up feeling sluggish and you're not in the mood today. Your head is still on the pillow, and you haven't even had a chance to say good morning, and you're already on that bad day. Those negative words bouncing around your head like a ping pong ball, and you haven't even got out your bed, dreading your feet to touch that floor. You sit on your bed and stare at the door. Your mind just an empty space. You wake up feeling disgraced. You emotionally break down and you cry. You wake up feeling that you just want to die. But like you just don't know why. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. Your life is like a volcano lava, but it's flowing through the snow. Not sure what's going to happen. Unsure how to respond. The fear, the darkness, bond together deep, deep beyond. It's truly not a nice place to find yourself in. Well, all I know is I entered a dark tunnel, and now I knew I was just somewhere within. Unsure whether you're going to walk into a wall, you decide to fall. You lie down on that floor, waiting, hoping someone to come and open your door. You can't open the door. You don't know what to say. But all I'm going to say is there was a light, not a tunnel, and I could see a way. But all you people out there, wow, it's Women's Day, and I know you've all got a different story. But all I'm saying today is I'm sharing a piece of me, and this is how it happened, and it was my way. So everybody, those men, those women, no matter who you are, I'm here to tell you a little secret. We're all God's shining star.
Oh, wow.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
That's all I can say. Thank you.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
So my topic is self-love, because Dee and all these people are just stars. She just makes me go bleep, 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 bleep. She's my warrior. She knows I would just want to pick her up and take her out the screen. Yeah, you know, like, you never know that door. You know, when you're broken, you're scattered like bark all over the floor, and everybody's treading on you, and you're saying, it's all right. Because you're feeling loved. It's a bit crushed, but it's all right. And Women's Day is about history and people connecting to history and making history not only a legacy, but your legacy. Yeah. Because all those women that changed, imagine 100 years for us to vote today. And you know what? We still haven't got our say. Please don't let them put us all on stage and turn into MPs today. We will change the world. We would. We would. Thank you, ladies. Self-love is my topic for the day.
Brilliant.
Wonderful.
Brilliant. Jackie, we will let you go now, purely because we've still got people that are packing to come on. But you're going to see them all on Saturday. That's how awesome.
Thank you.
What's going to go down on Saturday. Thank you so much. Because Jackie's travelling from, is it Wolverhampton?
Wolverhampton?
Yes.
Yeah.
And every time you ladies play, I'll be there going, listen, some things are worth traveling for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
My stars. Bye, everybody.
All right, thanks a lot, Jackie.
See you Saturday.
All right. Bye-bye. Cecile, just sit tight. This young man here, do you remember I told you, like, we're going to be hungry on the day, right?
Yeah.
What do you think this young man's just here for? This is our caterer, darling. This is our caterer. And welcome, Clive from Islands Grill. Greetings, young man.
You right?
You're right. Yeah, I'm all right. You?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, you know. Bit tired, but I'm not too bad.
Tired. Oh, these young people. I'm tired.
Work 24 hours, demon.
24 hours, really?
Yeah, no sleep, man.
So for those of you that are either jumping on, or for those of you that have been around, it was really kind of like important for me. So when I sort of say like those that are participating on Saturday, we're talking those that are participating on Saturday. So you are going to be hungry. Trust me, you are going to be hungry. And this young man has fed us at International Women's Day, International Men's Day, the Black Bookcase. So he's well known to some, but not to all. But I just wanted to get you on, Clive, just so that some people that don't know you can actually meet you, so that you can tell us just a little bit about yourself, because we never, well, you get to hear a little bit, because you sort of say a couple of words and then you kind of run off. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. And as a young man, what the hell are you doing catering? How did that come about?
I kind of fell into it, to be fair. Obviously, I'm a professional chef, so been cooking for a while.
Obviously, how did you, young age chef? What? How? What?
I just fell into it. It just came about. I was doing plastering, and then I got into a bit of. It wasn't going right. So I just stopped, and then I just started catering. Started becoming a chef. Started at a low hotel. Went to London for a number of years. Learned the craft, and then come back just freelancing in around Luton. And then one day my mum and my auntie, like, they never had a lot of work, so I thought, you know what, let me make something for them. And this is when I made Islands Grill. So it's not just me, like, I'm not going to take all the glory. It's me, my mum, and my auntie. I'm one of the three. I do quite a lot, like make the menus, come up with the recipes, lay out the plan, and my mum and Marty, they cook and help me get through it. And then we're just here trying to make a business.
Wow. And how long have you been doing this for?
Islands Grill started about, I'll say 2018, but then we stopped for a while, and then in the pandemic we came back and done it properly, and then ever since then it's been growing and growing and growing. So now we still are a home takeaway, but we're doing more events. We're doing weddings, christenings, birthday parties, funerals, International Women's Day, anything really. We're doing loads of stuff, to be fair. Like, I'm putting us out there. I'm trying to get us booked for whatever, really, because me myself, I can cook an array of stuff, so I'm not scared of cooking. But obviously I drag my mum and my auntie along with me and make sure they're out there as well.
Excellent. Do you know what? I know it's International Women's Day, but it's really important for us to share. And you've been to several events already, Clive, and we want men to be there at the event.
Yeah.
Right? You may have, it might be your sister, it might be your partner, it might be your friend. And you know what? It could be something that somebody's been telling you something for years, for months. And you know what? You may well hear that a different way when you're hearing it from somebody else. And so many people have said, as in, guys, do you know what? That's what she's been trying to tell me. But you won't hear it from your partner or your sister or whoever it is, but you may well hear that message from somebody else who's delivering it. So just putting it out there once again, guys, please continue to share. The guys are welcome. We encourage the guys to come along, bring your partner, bring your friend, bring your sister on the day. Clive certainly does. Clive brings his mum and he'll bring his aunt and bring anybody else he can get hold of.
I always do.
So give us a little, I know you've already sort of like thinged me, but just give them just a little taster of the supplying.
I'm gonna say we're gonna keep it very simple, but
It has to be simple, because otherwise people will be there all day trying to choose from your menu, love.
We're gonna keep it simple, but we're gonna keep it also a bit traditional. So we're gonna have it's just gonna be some jerk chicken. The jerk sauce is obviously homemade. It's our own sauce. Like you won't be able to find it anywhere else. You won't taste anything like it anywhere else. Our curry mutton it speaks for itself again. Yeah, and then we got fried chicken on there. And we got our signature vegan curry, our coconut curry. That's going to be on there as well. And then just a few sides to help it out. Just like some rice and peas, some salad, coleslaw, mac and cheese, and some fried dumplings.
So I don't want anybody to tell me they're hungry. I don't want anybody to tell me they're hungry.
No, there's enough to go around.
Did you hear what Cecile just said?
Have you got takeaway boxes?
They come in our signature boxes, so that you can either eat them there or you can take it home.
Because I might need to eat some there, and I might need to take some home. Ready for Sunday.
No,
Sunday,
no problem. We got that covered, man. We got that covered.
Excellent. We've shared on the Facebook page. We've shared the Island Grills, your Facebook details, and your. I think she's done your Instagram also as well. Is there anything else, Clive? Because you coming on, you are, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as we're all concerned, you are part of the event. Anybody who's participating, hopefully we'll get the photographer on in a bit also as well. You're part of it, so we appreciate you and thank you very much.
No problem. I appreciate being part of it.
Oh, bless you, darling. No problem. And we will see you on Saturday.
See you on Saturday, guys.
All right, darling. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
All right. Over to you, Cecile.
Look, Mr. Hugley's in the room. Considering the time, do you mind holding on, Just Art, and we'd speak to Joy and Mr. Hugley? Is that okay? So, hi, Joy.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Hugley. Mr. Hugley. So today is literally just a little snippet. All we need is just a little snippet. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, and Mr. Hugley.
So in lockdown, every day Mr. Hugley would go on the front lawn and he would do a different activity every day. So he could be like washing the car, camping, ironing, and like loads of different activities. And then we started raising money for the hospital, for the Luton and Dunstable Hospital. And I've received letters from the Queen, is it Kate and William, Boris Johnson, Captain Tom Moore, and we've raised over £6,000.
Wow. And sorry, I didn't introduce Mum, Susanna.
Hi.
Have you been ferrying Mr. Hugley and Joy around everywhere?
It became a bit of a family event, really, because after lockdown went on so long, we all had to pitch in. We were all coming up with ideas with Joy, and then like when she started going back to school, a lot of it was on me to sort of put him outside or bring him in quickly if it was raining, and stuff like that. But it's been good fun. Joy's done really well, raised loads of money, and inspired lots of people as well about like you can raise money just doing something really simple and fun.
So Saturday then you're going to be able to tell us a lot more about what you've been doing, where you've been, what Mr. Hugley's been doing, and you know just literally tell us also about what people can do to then help you, raise money for you, things like that. So we'll save that till Saturday.
They're also going to have a stall, I hope, with books.
Yeah, we're going to bring along like some of the things that Joy's like done, some photos, some like awards, letters, and things like that for people to have a look at. And then obviously Mr. Hugley will be coming too, and she'll bring some copies of her books along as well. If people want to get any there or order them, we'll tell them how to do that.
Excellent. That's absolutely brilliant. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
No.
Just one little thing, just to say the books, like all of the royalties go to the hospital, so it's not like we're making any money from it. So it's all for the hospital, all the profits. And yeah, it's just nice to maybe encourage and inspire other young people to like that they can do stuff too. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can do stuff and make a difference, and whatever it is that you enjoy, or you know, whatever ideas you've got, it can go a long way. And it went a lot further than we thought it would for Joy.
And which hospital is that?
The Lieutenant Dunstable Hospital.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Stay with us, for, you know, if you can stay with us, stay with us. But that is great, and we will see you and Mr. Hugley and everything else on Saturday.
Great, see you then.
Fabulous, thank you. Guys, this is, when I sort of said there was a few people, I bet you didn't believe me, did you, Cecile? You didn't believe me. Now, as you can see, time is tight. I'm going to go to Justa. We ain't, you know, the show's not done yet. Tisha's got to, she's got to go to get put sort of like to bed very shortly. So I'm going to go to her. Samara, you ain't going nowhere. You sit tight, and let's hear a piece that the lovely Tisha has written. I will be, well, somebody will be reading this on Saturday. Bear with me just 1 second, folks, because I've got 2,000 emails in since then. Okay, so International Women's Day. We celebrate women who have made a difference in the world and our life on International Women's Day. And we should celebrate women every day, not just on International Women's Day. International Women's Day is one day and women are mothers, daughters, friends, and bosses, changing the world every day. International Women's Day is a day where we say thank you to the women who have made International Women's Day possible. International Women's Day is an appreciation for all women. International Women's Day isn't just about celebrating the women who have made a difference in the world, and in our life. International Women's Day is about sharing our life stories and making a difference, empowering others and the next generation. International Women's Day is every year, but love and appreciate women every day. And that's Tisha Thomas, and that was written yesterday on the 7th of March. And that is Tisha. There she is highlighted there. That is Tisha's contribution, not just for today's show, but we will be sharing that also, that piece also on Saturday as well. Since lockdown, in case you didn't know, these two books, Life Inner and Out of Lockdown, the lovely Tisha is co-author in both of those books also as well. She's also participated in 2 other books, and since lockdown in 2020, all of a sudden she started to write poetry. I believe over 50, when I say 50, 50, don't get it twisted, poems have been written by this young lady. So I think the talk of the book has to stop and we have to make it happen. Do you guys agree?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean,
think it's got to happen.
I just keep seeing on Facebook, this is poem number 1 for 2022, poem number 2, now poem number 4. I haven't even written the first one yet. You know, for 2022. And Tisha's just knocking them out. We need a book.
Excellent, Tisha. Well done. So on Saturday, you're going to be with Nana. She'll be there with me mum, cheering and making noise in the audience. So thank you very much, TC. We love you. And as you know, or if you didn't know, massive and very crucial part of the Simply Deez team. So thank you very much, Tishy. Over to you, Cecile. Remy.
I think we're going to Just Star now. Because you've been waiting.
Yeah.
You know, you've been there quite a while now. So we're going to go over to you, my lovely. How you doing?
Hello, another day in paradise, you know me.
Are you
Glad to
getting
be-
ready for a birthday tomorrow?
I know I'm 22 tomorrow, can't wait.
22. Of course you are, 22.
Got to be 22 now.
So time is of the essence. So just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to do on Saturday. Don't give us too much, but also tell us what you do.
I do art in it. If
do
anyone
art in
doesn't know, I'm just a misdemeanor. I do art in it. That's my motto because I do literally every type of art that I could possibly do and try to find more ways to do art because I just love creativity. And I have no idea whatsoever what I'm doing on Saturday, so I can't even tell you. Like, I know obviously, you know, I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna drop some nuggets and I'm gonna share some wisdom, hopefully. But I have not had a minute to think. As you know, I've been a bit busy lately, and you know,
being an actress.
It's hard. I've been busy signing autographs, you know, paparazzi follow me around. I had to get out of the, you know, the area for a bit, you know, just get away from all the spotlight. So yeah, I literally haven't had a minute to think, but I know I've mentioned it earlier on in the show that we've done earlier on, the Simply Together show. If anyone doesn't know about it, catch it every Tuesday, 12 o'clock. But basically, I first shared publicly because I shared a little bit in little groups with you guys and whatnot. And in like what Jackie was saying, because of Dee and you guys putting me on a bit of a platform, I shared on the first International Women's Day last year for me online, and that gave me the power and like of my story because I was scared to share. I was scared for anyone to know anything. I never thought I'd say anything. Then I did, and it just snowballed. So that's all I can say really, because that's enough. I don't want to give too much away for what snowballed since then. But you know, basically, International Women's Day changed my life. Seeing all them women talk, being inspired, being able to share, not being judged, and taking control and the power of my own story. So hopefully on Saturday it will be even better. Well, I know it will be, because it's going to be in life as well. And for me as well, last thing, anyone that knows me doing something like this in life is a big thing, and it's my first one for this sort of thing.
But we've got you. Yeah.
I was just on stage, and I've done 2 performances or something.
Actually, yeah, you do. We don't need to have you because actually, you're now an actress as well as a poet and a co-author. So I think you most probably got yourself.
Thank you.
There you go. But yes, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Plus, you can also hear more of my chapter in the book about life in lockdown, out of lockdown, even like where I talk about International Women's Day as well. So
great.
I can find you a copy.
Some artwork on Saturday.
Thanks, Dee. Love you.
Oh.
What's that?
When
Sorry?
you say that you bring in some artwork.
Ooh. You have to come down Saturday to find out. Obviously, I know you'll be there, Remy, but anybody else?
So that's a bit of a teaser. She might bring some, she might not, but you'll have to come down Saturday, Future's House, 12 o'clock to find out. See you Saturday, Just Star.
Excellent. Oh my gosh. Is this all happening on Saturday?
Yeah.
It is.
12 till 5.
Oh my God. I told you, 7 hours packing it in, girl, packing it in.
Can I just double check? You said it's 12 till 5, but is it like 12 till 5 or D's 12 till 5? Or are we getting kicked out at 5?
D's 12 till 5.
Okay, so all right, guys. All right. I'll pack my season, guys.
As Samara already knows, it's D's 12 till 5.
Oh, forget Samara. Samara, don't listen to nothing she says. Don't listen.
Well, it's D's 12 till 5, but I have got a night shift after, so we have really got till a certain time.
It's not 12 till 8.
No.
No. No.
There's no way we're going to be kicked. She should kick us out. We can't.
Right. Okay. So Soji seems to have disappeared. No, Soji's back. Soji's back. So I'll go to Soji and then we'll come to you, Samara. Okay. So Soji, hiya. Bye.
Hello,
Just
hello.
how you doing?
I'm blessed. Life's good. Can't complain. How are
Good,
you?
good. So we've got a few minutes. Tell us what are you going to be doing on Saturday?
Taking photos, I believe. Bringing a good vibe and positive energies. That's it.
Good.
I don't know. Dee's gonna obviously ask me to speak. I know that already, so I'm preparing for that right now.
You might be surprised.
Okay. I'm just taking photos then. I'm just taking photos then. I'm just taking photos then. I'm bringing a vibe.
You're hilarious, Soji. Tell the guys a little bit about yourself.
Me?
So they've got a bit of your background so they know.
I'm a youth worker, photographer, poet, creative writer, videographer at times. Anything creative, really. And a poet, yeah.
This place is full of poets.
That's really it. Don't know what else to say.
That's really it. Okay, just very quickly, because obviously time's short. Tell the guys where you were a couple of weeks ago and youth work that you're going to be doing.
Where was I a couple of weeks ago?
I don't know. You want to sort of like, weren't you?
The residential I went on with UK Youth.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, I went on a
who is
residential
that?
back in January. A couple of months ago. I went on a residential with a youth organisation called UK Youth. And me and 3 other young people, are part of the Young Changemakers, are running a workshop on the 19th of March where you can learn photography, poetry, creative writing, and you'll be painting. It's all to do with young black males and females who suffer from mental health, so they can discuss mental health, express their emotions through mental health in different ways instead of whatever happens, because I don't really know. I do know about my own personal mental health issues, but I know how I express myself. But these young black males and females can have other ways to express themselves from learning something new. And plus I'm helping the community, which is the main thing.
Excellent. I'm sure if we haven't shared those details, we will be. I know there's a flyer and we shared that a couple of weeks ago when you were on the Simply Together show. So we will be sharing that again and promoting that for you, Soji. And you can sort of mention that when you do your talk on Saturday. Thank you, Soji, for now, because we got to keep it moving.
Thank you.
We're going back to the lovely Cecile and Remy.
No, so we have not our last guest.
Sorry.
Thanks for meeting me, Mum.
Sorry,
Really
I'm muted.
So as I was saying, not our last guest for Saturday because we have so many more amazing people on Saturday, but we do have the lovely and amazing Samara here. She's going to tell us a bit about what she's going to be doing on Saturday. A bit of a clue in her name, but okay.
Hi guys, my name is Samara. I go by the name Samara Sings. Born and raised in Luton, and I'm going to be singing on Saturday, and I'm going to be speaking with you guys and sharing my story with you guys. Yeah, so that's like in a nutshell what I'm going to be doing.
So you've come on, sat there for half an hour to say that sentence.
Yeah.
We're not like you want, Dee, yeah.
I'd just like to say my phone has been request. Are we doing a duet? What's wrong with you guys? Have you not seen the video? It's been shared around. It's been, I don't know. It's gone. What do they call it? Viral.
Viral. It's gone viral.
It's got virus. It's gone viral.
Yeah, so I'll be singing maybe with Auntie D. For a song in particular, but I don't know whether I'm actually going to be singing that song or not. It kind of has to kind of tie in with, because obviously I'm going to be speaking a lot about like my experiences and stuff like that, and what I've kind of been through. So I'm 25 years old and I feel like I have experienced a lot, like more than like your average like person, if that makes sense. And that's not me necessarily putting down on anyone else, but obviously I've spoken to a lot of people and they've said, you know, you've lived the life of a middle-aged woman or whatever, like with the experiences that I've had. So I'll be happy to share those with you guys, give you guys some inspiration and give you guys some, you know, maybe some support if anyone, because I'm a mum as well. So I'm a mother of 3 children, but two of my children are alive and I had a stillborn. So obviously I'm not going to speak too much about that because I kind of want to tie it all in. But just a lot about I'm going to be speaking a lot about bereavement, just to kind of, it's more like a trigger warning for you guys, for those watching that may not be prepared for something like that. So I'm going to be speaking a lot about like bereavement, mental health, and being a parent are going to be like my main angles basically. And then obviously I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm an actor, and I'm a dancer, but I'll only be singing at this event for this time. But I do have other things planned and in the pipeline that Auntie D knows about, but we're not going to give too much away because obviously, yeah.
Can I just add before she asks you again about the singing?
I'm not going to ask her. She knows she's got to do it.
Okay. So just for everybody that's out there, for those that are listening, Samara came on to the Simply Together show, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe a little longer than that. And I was just mesmerized, inspired. I had no words. So when things really get to me and I'm engrossed in it, I have no words, and I had no words that day. So just for everybody out there, you know, Samara's going to be sharing her story, and it's just inspirational. It really is. It really is. So yeah.
I appreciate that. Also, guys, I just want to say that for me, I was pondering on what to do because I did ask Auntie D if I could be involved in the event. Naturally, because I go by the name Samara Sings, people just naturally just expect that. That's just an expectation that people have now, me to just sing, you know. But I've learned that there's more to me. So obviously, just a little gem I'm gonna drop that, like, you know, if there's anyone out there that I go by the name Samara Sings, but that's an umbrella. Samara's the umbrella, and then there's a lot that falls under that. So I have to kind of be a bit more confident in sharing my story, because I want to help and encourage, and for you guys out there to know that there is hope, you know. So you can go through so much and you can really bounce back, and you can get through it. So so that's basically the vibe I'm going to bring to you guys on Saturday, and I feel like that's quite important. So yeah, I'm not going to say much else because I kind of want to leave it for the event, because I want you guys to be like, oh my gosh, I really want to see her, like I really want to hear her, like I want to know what she's all about. So I'm not going to say nothing. A lot of people do know my story, but a lot of people don't. So yeah, I'm here to kind of be transparent and lay myself bare to kind of support other people. So that's basically my aim, and I really hope I do that, if that makes sense.
You will.
I do believe that maybe all the guests that we've got on the show, that's not everybody that's attending on Saturday, as in perform, but that's on the show. I do believe that is that, oh, Shell?
The room is empty.
Shut the door.
Don't let anybody else in.
Oh,
been like a turnstile back here. I was just another one.
I bet it has. we need to thank Soji and we need to thank Samara, because we're going to be finishing up, but we want to tell the guys about a few things. So guys, we will see you Saturday. You'll hear from me. Probably it'll be tomorrow with regards to timings and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, so continue to share. Make sure Soji, the whole of the university well, they already obviously know about this event. Am I right? Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I've told the people that I've told like people Enrique,
Tell them
ETM,
they
and
need to
that,
be
all of them.
reaching. They need to purchase tickets in advance. Okay, so all your friends, families, or whoever it is, purchase in advance. It's £5 on Eventbrite plus the booking fee. Otherwise, I'll pay on the door. No problem, because we are charging £8. Yes, you heard right. £8 on the door. We need to know our numbers. So tickets in advance, guys. Okay, tickets in
Thanks for having me.
advance.
I have to go because little
No
man's
problem,
just...
darling. Take care.
Love you all, guys.
All right. See you Saturday.
See you
Thank you,
later.
darling. See you later, Soj.
See you. Thank you. Bye.
Well. Shell, watch this. Let's just check in on the co-hosts and see how they are.
How are we?
How are they?
Ready for my bed?
So
tired?
yeah, I can imagine.
Excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Very
Proper.
excited.
And
Preparing
because
myself
and
for
I think
Saturday,
today was
apparently
really good.
someone's got all the confidence in the world.
You can do this. She's got it.
It's so natural. It's so natural. You know that, Rem. And fortunately for you, guess what? I'm there.
Well, yeah.
So I proper got you.
Okay,
I proper got you seriously. But it was great, like today, because now you kind of met the bulk of the people in some shape or form. If you hadn't met them before, whether it just even if it's online, but you've now met them, they've now built a rapport. They know you guys are co-hosting, and it's not a case of like on the day and it's like a cold call. There's warmth now because everybody kind of have met people. People have been making connections already. So we're going to be wrapping up because I'm going to talk about the book launch in just a moment. But from you guys, what do you want to say to those masses out there as we sign off for tonight?
Buy your tickets for Saturday. You're missing out if you don't come. It's an amazing opportunity to meet so many like incredible people all in one place.
And if they've been here and watched the show, the fact that we're saying it's £5 a ticket, we are really giving that away. People, you're not going to get that calibre of people and be paying £5. You're not. So if it's guys that are watching, please come along. Please bring your partner, your friend, your sister, or
your
whoever.
brother, your cousin. Bring them.
It's International Women's Day. It's about empowering women. You don't have to be a woman to empower a woman.
Oh, check out she's dropping the nuggets. You say, girl, don't drop it all now.
I'll save it.
It's a flowing out of her now. Come Saturday, she'll be like, oh, I'd be like, remember. I'll have me prompt cards for you. But yeah, Cecile, what you saying?
It's going to be a fantastic day. It's going to be inspiring, inspirational. It's all of the words that are out there. It's going to be all of that and more. And it only costs £5 plus your booking fee. Or if you come and want to pay on the door, which is really silly because you can get your ticket and get it cheaper, £8 on the door. You can't get that. You can't get that anywhere with the amount of guests that we've got and what they're sharing.
We've got our exhibitors, remember?
And the exhibitors as well. You know, you just need to
performances and
yeah. Today's just been a teaser. Just a teaser.
They're going to go and sleep, but it's just been a teaser.
Yeah.
So please continue. We always say this, and we say this for a reason, because it might be one of the speakers or somebody that shared something tonight, maybe what somebody just needs to hear at that given moment. You've seen there's young, there's old, and there's older.
That's me.
Okay, so it literally is for everybody. School age children, it is free. So we're not charging, it is free. Okay, and there will be certain topics and there will be warnings. You guys will know beforehand, and there will be warnings given. And there's area where if you want to come out, you've got kids or you yourself want to come out, you can come out and do that. So that'll be fine. So Cecile and Remy, thank you so. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be surreal for me. Somebody's going to sit on me, because otherwise I'll be like, I'm in the back. I'm not in the front. I'm in the back. But there's loads to do. So anybody else who wants to volunteer, please offer your services. There's lots to do. We do need some more help. So please let us know. And actually, if there's anybody, because there might be, because we are looking for someone to just play a bit of background music. Play a bit of music. So if anybody knows a DJ, money is tight, very, very tight. We are a community interest company. So everything that we do goes back into the community for future events. So please help and support where you can. Just lastly, so don't forget this Saturday, 12 till 5, Futures House. All the details are on the screen. Do you see these beauties? Yes, life inner and out of lockdown. Our producer's brilliant, because as you can see, she's got it on the screen there. So Saturday, the 9th of April, 2:30 till 5. Currently, I have to say currently, we have got, if I say to you, normally you go to a book launch and you've got the author there and they do the book signings. You've got to remember these books, 22 authors, that book, 23 in that book. We've got 25. How many? 25 authors that are going to be there on the day. So if you've got your books, £10. Again, we're giving it away. £10. And you can get your book signed. If you've got one but you want the other one, or vice versa, or you want to buy them as gifts for friends and get them signed, can't get better than that. Please purchase your tickets. They are available now. The details are on the screen. Further information, that's why you need to follow us, Simply Deez Events, or email us simplydeezevents@gmail.com. I think we've done pretty well today. Where's that producer? Where is she? Here she is.
Here she is.
All right, Shell. You've never had such a revolving door, yeah?
Let's keep counting. 10. No, right, okay. No, 15. Oh my word.
I could see Cecile's face. I was going, that's part one. What? This is part two. I said there is another. She's like, there's nobody there, and I was going like, Shell's just letting them in. Shell's just letting them in. So we have got to say on the show a massive thank you to all of our guests who came on today and took the time out. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much. As I said, we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. To all the attendees that don't know they're coming yet, we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Massive thanks to producer Shelley, who as always does an incredible job. Give it up. And don't forget the awesome co-host, my God, mother and daughter. The lovely Cecile and Rem are going to be bringing it to us on Saturday. So there might be a little treat. I can't say anything right now. There might be a little treat on Saturday if you come along. We're working on it. So for now, on International Women's Day.
Hold on, does that mean you're working on it? Because Shelley's pulling the same face as me. So are you working on it?
Was that the discussion like this afternoon?
There's more.
There's more.
There's more than that.
See, they've got to be there, haven't they? They've got to be there.
Exactly. If that's 1 grain of popcorn per person, so be it, Shell. We're going to have a great big goodie bag and have a piece of popcorn in each bag.
They're still out there. They're still out there. I've got to count them.
Yeah, exactly. 1 for you, 1 for guys, we are working in partnership with Futures House, so we thank them very much. We've got the venue and our sponsors for the day. Very important to mention our sponsors. Our sponsors are Cecile Counselling. Give it up. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Shelley Scrumptious. Oh, there's going to be cakes, there's going to be treats. Give it up. We also have the lovely Leah Bailey, who was on earlier on. She's got her books and poetry and all sorts that she does. She's a sponsor. And the lovely, is it sister? I can't even remember. The lovely Lee, who was on, shared some poetry. I can't remember the name because I've got her mum's name in my head. But the product is Cis
Roots.
That's right, Cis Roots. And they do the hair care and the body products also as well. They're both sponsors. So I appreciate you guys so much. So for now, we are over and we are out of here, and we will see you live in a lockdown on Thursday. That's when we'll see you. If you're lucky. If you're not, we'll give it a miss. Otherwise, we'll see you Saturday.
It depends how much more you give us.
We love you. See you later, guys.
Bye, everybody.